Good evening, everybody. Welcome
son.
back to Into the Ravenlands. We are joined once again by Lane, who is not drunk tonight, which I think is a good thing.
I was a drunk last night. I was just a bit impaired.
Okay, and Leanna, Brandon, and Jaden. See, I remembered your name this time. That's good.
That's good. That was good.
Yeah, so where we left off last time was you guys had been captured inside of the robber's lair. And then had been rescued from the robber's lair by a young woman who is apparently Margil's daughter, Willow. Okay? And you had visited the Druid Stone once again to get a sip of rejuvenation from the healing waters there, and then had basically moved as fast as you could to get back to Margil's house. While you were arriving at Margil's house in the distance, you could see smoke on the horizon, and you believe that Poacher's Edge, your beloved peasant village, has perished.
Or is it our so beloved village?
Well, yeah, and since then you've also been having some memories about some things which are, some strange things about. You're just suddenly remembering about.
A gloominess that fell over the town.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe like it was broken when the town burned to the ground.
Well, it's particularly gloomy today, so. Saying it's on fire. Actually, I guess that'd make it bright, but whatever. So the question is, you were at Margot's house. Do we remember what time it was?
It was
It
nighttime.
was just.
It was just about morning.
It was just about morning.
That's right, because you'd watched the fire during the night.
Right.
Oh, sorry, can I have a pencil, please?
Maybe. Have you been a good boy?
Can I also have a pencil?
Yes. You all have pencils. Pencils for everyone. You can just put it right inside of your book, so you never have to ask me
I'm pretty
again.
sure.
One for you. One for you. Don't you guys have the pencils already? So just put those inside your books when you're done. Okay. So, what you know is that a large force of men, led by somebody named Sparrow Eye, apparently has attacked Poacher's Edge. Poacher's Crest, sorry. What do you guys do? It is the morning.
And we're
Morning
with
is
Willow.
coming. What's that?
At Margot's house with Willow.
And she just dug up a stone.
Correct. So hidden in the fireplace, underneath one of the stones of the fireplace, is it's not really it is, I guess it's a stone. It's a glowing stone wrapped with silver.
And that's the key to the journey stone.
Well, she said that her father told her that it was the key of the journey stone. Whatever the heck that means.
Right. So we kind of gave up on our village.
Yeah.
But do we want to go see it?
We should go raid our own village.
They probably raided it.
Everything's burnt.
I think that's
If
against
we should go
morality,
see
too.
like what went on there, and then go to the Journey Stone. Maybe.
Or maybe we should just go straight to the journey stone.
Because we have the key, right? Willow has the key.
Maybe if we go to the Journey Stone, we'll be able to turn back time.
But it's not a key like something you put into a
Yeah,
lock.
It's like that.
It's like you can be like, in the power of the stone, open.
Should we ask Willow if we can go to the Journey Stone? Because if she doesn't want to go, then we're not going there.
Or we can be like, you should give us the stone.
No.
Okay, we're not.
There are 4 of you. You could take the stone.
Why would we betray Willow?
We love Willow. She's
Willow's
cool.
our friend.
Is she?
Well,
I hope so.
probably not.
Kills
Honestly.
me.
Okay, so what do we want to do?
I think we should ask Willow if we should go to the journeys.
We should ask Willow what her opinion on this thing.
I think
Opinion
yes,
on what thing?
but we could also make our own opinions. Because
How
maybe
will-
she's confused.
Like we
Ask
asked,
her opinion about what?
I don't know.
Like where we should go,
Yeah, sure.
or like we'll ask her.
we should ask
Hey
her,
Willow, are you headed to the Journey Stone now?
or we should be like, "What's next, sis?"
No.
Lane, we've
Um,
these comments.
So she turns to you. She's obviously upset, but her reaction to being upset has been that she's kind of hidden her feelings beneath sort of a stone outer layer. She turns and she says, "What did you ask?
Are you headed to the Journey Stone now?
Why would I go to the journey stone?
Because you found the stone that you said was.
I know it is mine to protect, but it doesn't necessarily mean I want to use it." Then she turns to you and her eyebrow kind of arches. Do you know what it does?
No.
She asks
Yes.
hopefully.
Yes, yes.
I do.
What does it do?
Can I roll to see if I know what it does?
That's not how it works.
Wait, can
Can I
we?
make something up?
Can we
Could I know what it does?
manipulate?
You did. Could you know what it does? Yep, you could. There is some. What we're going to do here is it's a lore check,
Okay.
which will be wits.
Okay.
Okay.
You probably should have done this before saying you knew
Can
what it
I
did.
see it if I know about anything about it as well?
Well, one of you gets to choose who. You get to choose one person who's rolling.
I want to roll.
How many?
I'll have 5.
You'll have to.
I'll have 5 as well.
But the question becomes not who has. The question is who would have the most likelihood of knowing this knowledge. Did you have a relationship with Margil?
I did.
No.
Can I erase my negatives from last
Yes.
Oh yeah.
session?
Well, didn't
No, I
I?
don't.
Because he
I
taught
had
me.
You
it.
did,
I did.
and you did.
And
So
I-
of the two of them, what?
I did not.
Right. So what happens is the likelihood of you guys knowing it goes up because of the fact that you didn't know him. Like you might have the skill, but it's
So they get like a
it's-
bonus die.
Their difficulty's reduced.
So Brandon has 4.
I have 3.
So Brandon would probably.
Do you have any levels in lore?
Yeah, you have 4 as well.
Yeah, I have 4.
But hers would be better because she actually has stuff in
A skill
lore.
dice, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Do you want to roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is the more 6s you roll, the more you know.
More 6s.
Let's get a Yahtzee.
roll them, Beaner.
Get a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee!
With 6s.
1.
One.
You want to push?
Yeah. Do I keep that up?
You do. What happens though is you have to tell me what your because so I think probably it would be either angry or confused.
I'd say don't do it because you're only 2 dice rolling. That's like a 1 in 3 chance. If you're getting good. 2 in 3 chance of failing.
Is this enough?
It'd be the same odds.
It means you're going to know something.
No, 'cause
maybe
you roll
not
1
complete
dice.
information.
It's 1 in 6
I'll
chance
stick
to get a
with
6.
that.
If you roll 2
Okay.
dice, it's a 2 in
6
6
chance.
chance, which is 1 in 3 chance.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be a 1 in 3 chance to get a 1 or
No.
guys, does
It
it
would
matter?
be-
No.
It would be a 2 in 12 chance.
So
Because you're rolling one
yes,
of
I
those.
do.
All right. So you have heard of the Journey Stones in a tale told to you quite some time ago by what was his name again?
Garrus?
No. Erlin,
Oh.
Oh.
right? Sorry, I can't read my own writing. And
Erwin.
so he's one of the leaders of
Yeah.
Poacher's Crest. He used to be the guy who used to put on the cloak and tell stories, right? It figures in 2 stories, both of which talk about people who arrived. Like the Journey Stone was like a destination for them, and then the story started for them. After they had met at the Journey Stone, then they go on to have their adventures. So, yeah, you're not exactly sure what that means. Like, how did they arrive at the Journey Stone? That part of the story is always kind of a little bit vague, right? Or, actually, it's not vague; it's non-existent. Right?
So no one really says how they got there.
Not with a single 6, no.
Oh.
Can we buy more 6s?
So I tell her that.
There is actually a really cool talent you can buy, which allows you to, if you spend a willpower, your first 6 counts as 2 6s.
Can I buy that?
Not right now, no.
Okay, so
With
I
45 experience.
tell Talene that. I mean,
You're Talene. And then there's a story. Oh, that's really interesting. Talene's like, shut up, I'm listening. To who? To you. What?
okay, I tell
What are you
Willow.
smoking?
I tell Willow that. Whatever you're smoking. I tell Willow.
Okay, she turns to you and... So, no, you don't know what it does then.
Oh, I told you what I knew.
Yeah, but you said you knew what it was.
Yeah.
And now you're just like, so I remember when I was little, this guy used to tell me this story about how these guys like met at the Journey Stone and left.
Mm-hmm. So she looks and so she has equipped herself from things hidden within the farm, So she now bears a spear and a shield. And she says, it is not unlikely that they will come to make sure that you have died. You will be missing and they'll want to find you.
So we should kill them.
Or run, because there's a lot of them.
Or
There will be a lot of them. And
dim fells.
you are not warriors.
I mean,
Thanks,
I'm
Will.
sneaky, so I can live in the shadows for the rest of my life.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
no one wants to do
when the sword comes through your chest, sneak away.
I will. No one has a softer step than me.
that. Okay,
I don't know, he's pretty sneaky.
so I say we head to the Journey Stone.
I do too. I vote ye.
We have to
Yeah,
make
but what are we
Willow
going
go
to do? We
with
don't
us.
have the key.
I say we ask her for the key.
She's not going to give us the
Will
key.
you
Well,
come
it
with
doesn't
us?
hurt if we don't
Well,
ask.
what's
So
can
she
I-
turns to you. She holds it in her hand. It is of no value to me if I do not know what it is. Let's go to the Journey Stone. Perhaps there's an answer there.
Yes!
I will go with you.
Yes! Whipping
On
me.
Eva.
Okay, let's go before they come back.
All right.
Oh yeah, we're still on like the weird drugs from the Druid Stone.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means we have to be careful we don't pass out on the ground.
How about we stop at the Druid Stone on our way back?
I think double dosing on caffeine not a good
I
idea.
feel like this is kind of like Monster on steroids.
Monster on steroids.
Yeah.
Right?
Monster
This-
is a stare.
Exactly. Like, it makes you like...
All right. As if, almost as if on cue, while she says, "I will go with you to the Journey Stones," in the distance, you hear the distant ring of a hunting horn.
Okay,
Ooh.
time to go.
Everybody knows what that sounds like? Okay. Yeah. Coming from the direction of Poacher's Crest.
Alright, let's skirt.
Do they know where we are?
You have no idea.
Probably, honestly.
Should we go and try to find these corrupt, powerful people?
They're probably...
But probably.
I don't think they would have died that easily.
Wait!
Well, they're kind of old.
They're still corrupt
They're in their 50s.
and powerful.
Yeah.
My grandma's in her 60s and she's very powerful.
What if Sparlai is Londis, who is a
We've-
warrior and captain of the guard?
But we... What?
What?
No.
Like, what if Sparlai... Oh,
We
wait.
thought Sparlai was the dude that came back from the dead after they buried
Yeah,
their friend.
Lassar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Okay, so
I think we should go to the Journey Stone.
That's so pretty.
So yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you agree with them, Persimmon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the druid water still burning through your veins, you head out. Now, do you take the road or do you head off the road? Like, are you trying to
Off
stay
the
hidden?
road.
Off the road.
Why don't we go to the winter flow and follow that? Because I go straight to the Journey Stone and it looks cool.
But they go to the bottom of the hill, though.
Yeah, we kind of want to go like that.
The road itself passes within. It's not within visible distance because there's like trees and stuff in the way, but it's not that far.
Yeah,
From the
so
road?
it's
Yeah.
But what's the winter flow?
The winter flow is a creek that springs from a natural source underneath the rise that contains the Journey Stone.
Maybe if we drink it, we'll become journeyful.
You're drinking enough random
Can you
pieces.
so define what journeyful means?
Journeyful is the word, is the noun. To possess, journey. And when you possess journey, you have the ability.
A Journey the band?
So meanwhile, I'm like, I'm going, and I start walking.
No, but no. Well, I mean, you could possess amazing singing abilities, but no, it allows you to like seek adventure.
I think
I
Lane just
started
wants more
walking.
magic
Okay,
pieces.
you and Willow set off.
You don't stop.
Lane just wants more
Sandarme is
magic
talking to a
pieces.
disembodied voice in the sky.
So I was like, hey guys, wait up!
It's music.
I wonder what that could mean. I don't know, but then it's like, oh, wait!
Guys, I'm coming!
All right,
You know who he runs in the sloth? Shit.
Okay, so question for you then. You are, you're staying off the road.
Yes.
Are you going to stick to the Spiderwood side, or are you going to head south towards the river?
River.
River. Sure.
Okay.
Even though it is closer to the. Wait,
That
is
way
it?
we
It's
have a
closer to the
hydration
road.
source.
It is, but it's out of sight of the road.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go along the river.
Okay.
Wait, which way's the river? Sorry, which way's the river flowing?
East to west.
That means that way.
That way. Okay, so away from the stone.
We're not gonna swim.
I thought we could like float.
All right. The
going.
other thing too is the Winterflow is not a huge river. It is perhaps 15 meters across, and it's not very deep. At the deepest, it's maybe about this deep or so. So
You could walk across it.
oh yeah, absolutely, you can walk across.
Okay.
Is it a strong current?
It doesn't matter.
It probably covers maybe up to your
It's strong. It's not strong enough to move you.
Right.
Is it cold?
So we could go like down below it and then come the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm going to say is you head towards the Journey Stone. 12 hours later, with the Druid water still flowing in your veins, you come to the rise, which overlooks the dim fells to the south and the east road to the north. Okay, this rise is sort of like a giant tongue that kind of rises out of the earth. Okay, one side is steep and craggy. The other side is sort of this gentle slope that leads up to it. Okay, pretty much exactly like it's drawn.
Wow.
From here, as you're sort of along the bottom of it, you can see the crack from which the water flows, making the winter flow. Okay, and you determine that it's actually going to be easier to go around the south side than the north side, because the north side is quite covered with crags and broken branches, etc. And so you actually move around the south side of it until finally you are able to actually see this lip of earth sort of leading up. From here, when you look up, about 3/4 of the way up, there is 3 rings of stones. Okay, one set within each other. Do you know what concentric means? Everybody know what that means? Small circle, bigger circle, bigger circle.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's concentric. Okay, so there are 3 concentric rings above. These things are wildly overgrown with moss and lichen and vines, etc. And as you approach it, the way up the stone is quite harsh. Now, you have been walking all day, and evening has fallen. And as the evening falls, you finally get up to this rise. To the north of you, not more than a couple of miles away, you can actually see torches along the road. Okay? And they're moving at a speed fast enough that you believe that they are probably mounted on horseback. So, riders.
I really
That's
want
nice.
a horse.
We're not getting it from them.
I know, but like,
So, the moon touches the stones, and as it does, there's sort of a gentle grayish light to them as they reflect, and you approach the stones. Willow produces the key, and as she does so, it too sort of, whereas you think maybe it's the moonlight shining on those stones over there, the stone actually has in the darkness a dim glow to it. So as she produces as you arrive here, and she kind of plants her spear in the ground, she takes it out. I don't know what this means, but the stone glows.
We're near its founding.
Okay, so there's a bunch of horsey men running after. Well, they don't know that we're here, but
They're moving along the road that you can see right now. Whether or not they're headed here or someplace else, you don't know.
What if we put the glowy rock in the middle of the...
or maybe
Circles.
there's like a spot for it to sit.
yeah.
Well, like, I'm guessing in the middle of...
Can we investigate?
Absolutely.
What is it? Like concentric circles? Can we put like in the middle?
Yeah, absolutely. So you walk up towards the stones. The stones are mostly intact, but a few of them have fallen over, providing these gaps and sort of this. It's not really a wall, right? These stones are set apart, so there's enough space. But then there's a ring that actually surrounded them, and those stones have also fallen over. So in some places, it's a little bit difficult to get through, but whatever. You find your way till finally the center. Yes,
Are the stones in the ground? Or are they standing up?
they're standing upwards.
Okay.
They are standing stones. Okay. You guys have, you picturing what I'm describing here?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of like Stonehenge. So.
Like Stonehenge, but perhaps a little bit not so worn down. Okay. As a druid, you get to the outer circle and you actually begin noticing the markings on the stones. Okay. The markings, it is in Old Druidic. You could, with a lore check, actually decipher them, but it could take you some time because, well, you're kind of more interested in other things, really, than lore. So, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so you pause. Are you going to light so you can see them sort of dimly in the moonlight? But in order to be able to see them, you're going to need some torch or something like that.
A little bit light.
That's another 5 or 6 hours until morning.
And there's a whole bunch
You
of
have a
raging
lantern,
horses.
do you not?
Yeah, but do we want to put on a light that's like... Because we're
Yeah.
like on this
How
uprise...
bright is the stone?
No, it's not. It's dim.
We can see it glowing.
Yes, exactly.
But
Like
I don't...
in the shadow of her hand, you can see like this dim blue glow.
Okay, maybe let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't... With the horsey man coming after us, I do not think we should say, hey, over here, man.
Technically, horsemen, not horse. Horsey men, I think, is actually a guy with a head of a horse.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we should wait for people to, like, those guys to move along.
All right. So, she nudges you and she says, "Can you read what they say?"
Not until we have light.
So, if this is a druid place, do you know what this place is supposed to be? Like, why is it called the Journey Stone?
Can I do like a roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So it's
See if it triggers anything while you're here. So, it's your wits plus your lore. Do you have lore?
no.
So, it's your wits.
You got this.
Smart idea.
2 6s.
Oh, big man.
All right.
Spiffy.
You can push that because you don't have any
Those
failures.
Right,
That's
but
plenty.
if he pushes it, he has to tell me what he risks, and if he doesn't get another 6, that'll happen to him.
Yeah, I'd say 2 6s is pretty
Okay,
good.
okay.
For-
All right. So you don't know any lore of this place, but what you do know is how druids think. Okay, and when you look at this, what you find interesting is that there's these concentric circles, and then there's like, it's the wrong word, but there's like a tongue of stone that actually leads back down. You can see it overgrown in the grass. Like there used to be like a cobbled pathway or something like that, but now the grass has overgrown it, and you can barely see the stones. Okay, as you look at them, this definitely leads from east to west. So west is where the night is, okay, and where mysteries lie. And there are 2 sets of stones, like there's the regular stones, which apparently have some value, but there are a pair of 2 stones which actually have a cross beam over them, like a heavy stone that's called a lintel, right, over top of them, at the far end, which heads directly westwards, okay? You believe that has some significance, or perhaps the most significance. It looks pretty much exactly like the entrance to the Druid Stone.
So maybe...
Remember how there was like a stone gateway you had to pass through in order to get there?
Oh my god.
Should I try using some magic on it?
Maybe we should use stone.
Magic plus
Like,
stone?
maybe that's like the key, like a metaphorical key, like you...
Oh, that could be true. Use magic on the stone and like in the doorway.
Or we just hold the stone out. Either way. I mean, we could try both ways.
Well, 'cause remember the magic is what works.
Or we could look to see if there's a place to put a key locked in there.
Okay. Well, you're thinking if there's going to be any place, that seems to be the place that holds the most significance within this ring.
So, can we try?
Absolutely, you can try.
Do we have to roll anything for that?
I just need to know what you're trying.
Do
Wait,
it.
can I ask that first? You said the people that went there, you didn't know where they went, or they didn't know where they came from.
I said what?
It's like
In the story.
he said he didn't. They like all of a sudden they were just there. Like after they got to the Druid Stone,
Yeah.
the Journey Stone.
Yeah. After arriving at the Journey Stone, the adventure began. Okay. It seems to be a fairly large land. And the other thing too is this is a lot of work. Like they must have had giants pull these stones up here, right? Because there's no way that men and horses could have pulled them all the way up this hill.
How big is the hill?
The hill rises here. You're probably a good 200 or 300 meters above the ground below.
Wow, that's a lot.
So we're pretty high up.
Yep. Yeah, it's an excellent view. You're surprised you've never come here before.
What a jump.
Huh.
Was it forbidden? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay.
Y'all want to try this?
So but there was no place to put the stone there?
So as you approach it, no, there's only the
Wait, sorry. There's a door or like a
gateway. It looks like a gateway, right? It looks
Like
like
at
the
the
same as
Druidstone.
at the Druidstone.
Can I look
Right.
for like a keystone?
Absolutely.
What would that require?
What does it look like?
What?
What does it look like?
The keyhole?
Yeah.
I'm assuming something that would fit like that pebble thing. And you said it was like a pebble with like metal wire in it?
Silver. Yeah.
Yeah. So something that would look like that maybe?
Okay.
You could like insert?
Right. The other thing you notice, by the way, too, is when she dug it out of the fireplace, it is obvious that fireplace has been built for a long time. However, when she unwrapped it from the cloth that it was wrapped in, the silver was not tarnished.
right. So it's
So it's definitely magical.
Yes. Actually, you have your detect magic, right? You can do that at will.
That's true.
I'm going to say you've already done that. It definitely radiates a very powerful magic.
Can he detect magic on the stones and see if there's any place that might have high magic powers that maybe...
You said, like, if I touch it, I can check, can't I?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think you should do that.
Can I do that on, like, the big, like,
Yep,
gateway one?
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So you go do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do observation. No, scouting. No, don't worry about it. Okay, you approach the stones. As you do so, they are cold to the touch. And if you were not attuned to the magic and to the realm of spirits, you would not notice the persistent humming that they give off. However, you are. And as you do so, you sort of touch them, trying to probe the magic to see if you can understand exactly what it is. It's powerful. It washes over you. And the next thing you know, Grimm's is standing over you going, are you okay? So yes, there is something old and powerful within the stone.
It just pushed him over?
It was more like he was touching it, and then he just kind of collapsed.
Oh my gosh, we all rush over it.
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Willow also a druid, or is she not? Like, I know her father
Is
was,
she?
but...
Wait, was he Drew?
She's a warrior scout.
Was it her father was a druid, wasn't he?
Her father was capable of casting druidic magic. Yes.
Okay, so he touched it.
Yes.
Did he feel anything?
Yeah,
Yes.
he felt a humming of spiritness.
Yeah, it was humming, and then, like...
And then you just felt okay.
Yeah, and that power washed over me. So could I ask to, like, hold the stone then? If it...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so she's like, okay, Father, what's supposed to happen? And she holds out the stone, obviously expecting, to be struck by lightning or something similar. There's like kind of this tentative, right?
Dun 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 dun.
It's like nothing, right? So then she touches it to the rocks, nothing.
Yeah, so give it to the druid boy.
Oh, yeah, maybe a druid has to put it in.
That's what we were saying, yes.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right.
With his magical hands.
Okay. So you take it. The stone itself is warm to the touch, and again, you can kind of feel the same sort of connection to the circle, except much more minor. Okay, still ancient, still old. You can almost feel it talking to you. Okay. However, what occurs is when you hold it up. Maybe there's words, maybe there's some incantation that you need. You're not exactly sure. Okay. Time passes as you attempt to figure out the mechanism that is the stone. Ooh. All right. As dawn approaches, you feel two things. First off, you can feel the growing light of dawn. Okay, that gray light that rises in the east. Second thing is you can still feel the Druidstone water beginning to wear off.
Are we feeling tired?
That it's that first tug you get at your body where you're kind of moving. You're like, oh, I'm tired. Oh no, right?
We should probably find somewhere to like hide and sleep.
That's what you feel. What you see, however, is a small column of torches, which have detached from the road. They've been riding sort of back and forth on the road all night, and you see a column, perhaps a half dozen or so, making their way through the dim fells towards this rise.
We should probably find somewhere to hide before
We
pass
should
out.
run.
We're gonna pass out soon.
Yeah.
If we try and run, we're gonna.
Okay,
not
so
make it.
who's the most tired here?
You'll all feel
We'll all be
momentarily.
the same because we all drank at the same time.
Right. Okay.
Except for Willow. Did Willow have
No,
some?
Willow did too.
All right. So let's.
Is there like somewhere we can hide?
Cause we want to stay here.
Sorry, where are they coming from?
They are coming from the road to the north. You guess you probably have an hour, maybe two, before they arrive here.
Oh, okay. So we could get down and go towards the dim fells to the south a little bit.
We want
So
stay...
to rise up here took you almost 40 minutes to walk up here, and that's when you were fully charged. Right? So you're thinking that, by the time they get to the bottom, you might be just arriving there as well, especially being tired.
So we want to stay near here, as near as possible. What if we
How steep is it?
What if we like?
I said it's a gentle slope.
What if we
So
like
we could
stay
go
on the
down.
cliffs?
You mean the cliffs? No, the cliffs they're.
Is there like ledges though, like near the top?
You haven't climbed it. You don't know. You'd have to.
Like, could we look over?
You do look over. There is no obvious way to scale it. Perhaps a scouting roll, taking some time to look, might be able to.
Because like maybe we could like if there's like ledges that are like close to the top, we could sit and hide on the ledges.
Well, okay, let's think about this. So they've been up all night and they just had a raid, so they probably haven't slept much either. So they're going to be tired as well.
And
So it's going to
hungry.
take them a bit to get here. So we could set up like an ambush or something.
Oh yeah.
Because there's only, did you say half a dozen? Or a dozen?
half a dozen. You
What
see
if-
a half dozen torches.
what if
Only
we,
6
like-
people.
What if
Well,
we,
that's half a dozen torches. Doesn't mean every single one of them has
what
a
if we
torch.
pretend we're all dead, like at the stone?
That
That's not a good idea.
Play dead? I think that's a great idea.
seems they just pillaged
Thanks.
the
They would
town.
probably just
I
stab
think
us.
hiding would be a better bet.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, you guys debate it, arguing back and forth about what to do. As you do so, the torches grab closer. Your ability to escape down the tongue has now ended as the people arrive at the bottom of the tongue and begin their way up the hill.
All right,
Can
what do
we
you guys want
see
to do?
how many
Can we
days
ask
in?
Willow what she thinks she should?
Willow, she's sort of bent and she's obviously exhausted, and she says, "Well, the rest of our friends have fought and died. I suppose now it's our turn."
Okay.
Well, can we see how many of them there is now? No,
Yeah,
they're
can we-
closer?
So remember, it's quite a ways up here, right? It's probably more than a kilometer to get up here, and it's not straight. As well, it's not grassy. It's quite
And it's not quite
I thought you said it
right.
was 400 meters up.
what's
Up the
high,
Oh.
right? So it's 400 meters this way, but this way, the hypotenuse is
So
quite a
this
bit.
is a big...
Yes,
Oh, I thought this was... Holy crap. Okay, so this is like super...
yes.
Oh.
We're on
This
a
is like
giant
a
cliff.
mountain.
We're on a giant cliff slope.
Yeah,
It's like it just rises from
it's
the
like
ground.
a gigantic craggy hill.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Do you remember Lord of the Rings Weathertop?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, except it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna fight.
Okay, but I think you should set up an ambush because element of surprise...
We don't have time. They're literally coming right
Well,
now.
we probably have about half an hour.
We have
for them to
40
come up.
minutes.
We have enough time to set up an ambush.
Okay, let's do it.
Perhaps one or two of them will go with us. I come to you, Father.
Okay. So what do we want to do for that? What
Okay,
type
so
of
who
ambush?
has bow and arrows?
Me.
You have bow and arrow. You have a bow and arrow. You
I've got
have a...
big stick
club.
and a dagger. I've got a dagger too.
I have a dagger, a broadsword, a hunting bow.
How much was those flash grenades?
2, was it not?
The lash grenades?
Yeah.
He means...
Remember that thing where I'm
smoke-
like, Booka
He means smoke bombs.
No, I want flash grenades.
Right.
It's blinding light. I didn't use a smoke
Okay,
bomb.
so don't wait for me. I'll tell you, but keep
Yeah,
talking.
so like we throw those and we shoot.
Yeah, because that's gonna blind them, and if anyone in that range in the it was like
We should
was
draw
like
it
a
out
tile
because I really
around-
want to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Actually. So they're gonna be.
I'll
So
skip to
we're.
our ambush plan imagery.
This is the circle. Then this is the big long thing. So they're gonna be coming from up here.
These are my druid stones, by the way. That's how I
We're
see
all
them.
up here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then so we could do.
Where's my pencil?
So they're gonna walk up here. We could how big are these these stones?
The
Could we-
tallest one stands about 5 meters.
Oh, so we couldn't really hide behind it.
Well, you could crouch behind
That's how tall it stands.
Jay, 5 meters.
5 meters.
It's huge. It's taller than this
Not
house.
5 feet.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Jaden, are you okay?
I'm not really listening. It's not sorry. Not that. Okay, so they're big.
Yeah.
So we could hide behind them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So along the when just looking at the picture there, are there like any walls? Or sorry, like so. The thingy going up was like this, right? Like it's like in a circular at the top, or like not necessarily circular, but like you go up the thing and then there's like an end,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Are there any like higher parts that you could hide behind?
The stone itself, what it looks like is as if some
Well,
part
not
of
necessarily the stone, but like just the landscape around it.
So this
On the
hill,
trees.
what it looks like is as if, imagine if you would, that it was a plain, like a prairie,
Yeah.
and someone lifted a gigantic tongue, wah, and they just raised the tongue. So what it looks like is it looks like this flat piece of stone sort of raised up.
Okay.
So it's not, like there's some boulders, etc. very occasionally, but it itself is actually quite small, is quite flat.
All right. So
Okay,
the
so-
journey stone is the only way we can hide behind.
There are some trees and scrub that you'd be able to hide as well.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm thinking that I need to know how much this
Wait,
costs.
I have another question. It'd probably take them like an hour because we were running off druid power.
and these guys are probably tired.
So it'd be more of like an hour, not 45 minutes. 40 minutes.
Well, couldn't I throw my dagger at one of them? I'm not that attached to it.
Yeah.
Yep,
you could.
absolutely.
Yeah, I can throw it at him.
Just off the top of our head, knowing these raiders because we were captured by them, what are they wearing for armor?
They were wearing crow's mail. So what crow's mail is various pieces of armor attached.
Okay. So yeah, so a dagger, if you aim it
So I could-
decently, you could get them.
Yes.
So there's like rocks in a circle like that?
Yes.
Yeah. But there's only 3 of them. 1, 2, yeah, that's 3.
And then the other 5. 5?
What?
Like, is that all there is up there?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then there's like the one thing cut on the ground, right? The thing on the ground.
Yes, there's the tongue of stone on the ground. Okay. Try to do
Is it
two things
beside
at the
it?
same time.
It's like circle, 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 tongue of stone.
Leading up.
Okay. Circle, circle, circle. Ground is here, circle's here. The tongue goes like this.
Oh, it's standing up!
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay.
It's like in the photo.
That's a moment.
Just imagine there's 5 rings of rocks standing up.
Not 5, 3.
3 rings of rocks standing upward.
That's a moment. Okay. Got it. That's cool.
Cool.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Never mind, that's not important right now. Okay.
I can't find this flash bomb, dude.
I think it was 1 willpower that I had to use.
Did you use it before?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used
he
it
used
on
it-
the raider and I grabbed the guy's weapon under his hand.
Right.
And I blinded him.
I need to know the mechanics, unfortunately.
Yeah. I remember that it was so where I threw it, it was basically a 1 radius around it, but if people weren't looking at it, it didn't affect them. Because I remember I threw it at the guy and it blinded him, but the guy right beside him was turned around the other way, so it didn't affect him. But
I thought it was like-
did that. Wow, he's doing like a whole thing.
I'm doing dimensions now.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Cow to work.
We're gonna... You can't find it. Watch.
I got C plus in the
He says party wipe.
Alright, we have a game plan, guys. Kill
Yeah,
them.
I've got. That's the game plan.
That's Brandon's game plan. Kill them.
Oh,
I know.
I
It was really
see what
thought
you're
through.
doing, Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were drawing
Kill
the
them,
cliff
don't die.
up like that. I was like, that's deep. There's no slope there. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We just have to face it this time. Breaking up is never easy.
It's kind of weird that she's singing that about her dad.
It's about Sky. It's
That song? Wait, why does what's his name have a part in it?
Some music.
No, it's Donna and Sam.
Is it? Because Sophie sings it.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she does. Sophie's song. Oh, never. I think of the wrong song. I'm thinking of the name of the game. Knowing Me, Knowing You is the second movie.
No, it's her dad singing it. It's Sam singing it to Sophie after her and Sky have a fight. He's like, breaking up is never easy, I know.
I'm talking about ABBA now.
Yeah.
But that's in the second movie. Not in the first one.
It's the first one.
No, Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
not
but-
important, guys. Not important.
So, I think I have bad news for you, buddy. If I did allow you to use this before, I don't think you were allowed to.
Oh.
What happens is you're only allowed stuff off of the trade goods table, and there is no smoke bomb on.
No, I'm not looking for a smoke bomb.
Flash grenade.
Sorry.
There's no flash grenade,
Okay.
which uses the exact same technology as a smoke bomb. Yeah. So, candles, lamps, sacks, backpacks, bandages, lamp, and oil.
Okay, that's fine.
Snares. Oh, bear trap. 5 silver.
I can buy it.
I can buy it.
You guys
No,
don't have a
he
sack
uses-
of many things.
And you use, and
He's
you,
not buying stuff.
And you use willpower, don't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I have 1 willpower. Okay, that's not important. It's fine then.
You can meditate.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Give me the power of will.
All right. This is awesome.
What?
I should fold it up and put it in the journal.
I have nothing.
So this is Lane's plan.
I'm still drawing it out, man.
All right. Well,
Someone paid attention in school. It wasn't me.
See, I just
Yeah.
have like a really basic version.
so you.
I've got the game plan. Don't worry. Just kill them.
Okay.
Well, maybe. What you do know is Willow gave you the stone for you to test. She never took it back from you. She seems to take more solace in the solid wooden haft of her spear, especially now that she's going to die. She turns to you and she says, "Make sure that they don't get it. Hide it. Do whatever you need to. Whatever is necessary."
She's
What-
like giving up.
What about while we're setting up the thing? You try to decipher.
I'm going to finish talking.
Of course.
Okay. So what occurs then is she basically makes ready. She says, "I will wait yonder, and I will take the first of them. Perhaps we can kill 1 or 2 before they know that we're attacking them."
She's just gonna leave.
She seems exhausted, right? Pretty much like the rest of you are now beginning to feel. Okay. She doesn't seem to put a lot of stock in her ability to actually kill anybody or to put somebody down, according to her words, right? What happens to you, though, is you are preparing, guys, talking about what you're going to do when the hum from the stone begins to grow more powerful. Okay, and now it radiates in such a fashion that Sandarme actually turns to the Presender and says, "Will you stop humming?"
You nuisance.
Sounds intelligent.
Right? Well, because you can actually hear it. Like you put it into your pouch, right? It's like, oh, okay, I need my hands free for my staff. Put it into my pouch, and you hear this, and you're all kind of like, who is doing that? And you realize that it's you. Actually, it's not you. It's the bag at your hip that's actually doing it.
So the key is humming.
So yes.
The golden snitch.
Maybe the guys that raided the village have like the other half of it.
So no, but what? Well, Okay. The druids are mystics of nature, okay? And nature is neither good nor evil, okay? More importantly, it is neither day nor night. Okay? It is within the twilight that the druid's power grows to its most potent. Okay? And they are considered, and now as you're remembering, you're like, wait a second. Your orders are, you are the Order of Dusk and Dawn. Right? And in the distance, you can see the glowing yellow light of the first rays of dawn appearing. Okay? And with that, you can feel the stone gathering its power. So you kind of pull it out, look at it in a bit of wonder. Now you guys can all see it, like before, it kind of had like this dim sort of glow. Now, the light actually pours out from between its fingers.
She's bursting at the seams.
Can I try like holding it up to the gate?
So is it like powered by the sun?
No, dusk and dawn.
Yeah.
When the sun goes
Do you remember
up,
that? Did you remember the speech I just gave about
No,
druids?
sorry.
No.
No.
When someone
Yeah.
didn't pay attention.
Just cross your one to Laura. Gone. Okay. Yeah, so what happens is as you do so, as dawn grows, you hold it up and like you're desperately. Yes?
No, sorry.
What? What's funny?
I'm just keep having moments. Continue.
Okay. Where was I?
As you hold it up to the stone.
Oh, as you hold it up, you sort of reach out with all the knowledge that you have, trying to, you can feel some sort of ancient spirit awakening within the stone itself. Okay, and you can see now on the top of the stones, the daylight, first rays of daylight hit. Okay, and with that, as they do, all of you notice that as the daylight hits the stone, they suddenly glow in sort of an amber light, and whereas the stone itself glows in a warm bluish color. Okay, warm. What I mean is, it seems inviting, not warm as in is toasty. Okay, the two of them now glow sort of in simpatico, and so from somewhere beneath you, you can feel like a tremble in the earth, as if something ancient is awakening.
I bet you it's a dragon. And these are the scales
Or
on
a
a dragon's
giant or
back.
something.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
Really?
Um,
How do you spell ambush?
with an
Right.
A.
Yeah, so you can hear from down below the shouts of men coming up the hill, right? Some of them are shouts of dismay, right? Like, oh my God, like, what is that, right? But others are, you hear another voice behind them, a stronger voice urging them on. Forward, men! Quickly before the crack of dawn!
Oh.
Alright, so I'm gonna stand here.
I wonder if they
like-
know more about it than we do.
Do you want to stop and ask?
No.
No.
So, like, how about you guys, fight stuff off while I do try and get it to do
Or
something?
are we gonna 4v like a
Because
lot?
seeing as
Or-
voices, that sounds like we're not gonna make it out of here unless
Since
something happens.
I have a tongue of silver, I could do some killer manipulation right now and distraction.
Okay. The first arrow, ranging, flies over your head to hit the stone above you.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, are we not ambushing anyone? Because I really...
Are they trying to destroy the stone?
No. The arrows have no likelihood. You think probably... You can't see them, you can hear their voices, but you think someone has fired blindly up the hill.
So they know they were here.
No.
Well,
No, they're
They
just
just fired
seeing if anyone's
blindly.
there.
They don't know where you are, but you have a good feeling that they have a good understanding that you think maybe they know that you're here.
Huh.
Well, and weren't they yelling about the whole stones glowing? So
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
they
don't
must
think that
know
happens
something.
on its own.
Right, but somebody's voice from below is like, quickly, men, before the crack of dawn, ere the crack of dawn. Okay, so you have the stone in your hand, and you're kind of, hey. fire thing! Stone on!
You
By the power
rock!
of stone! How do you what do you think you should do to make this work? I'm dying to know.
Brain power.
Could I try using some druid magic? Because that seemed to work with the
Okay,
other thing.
so you're gonna try and heal it.
Well, just like
That's what he has. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sure.
well, because didn't he just use magic to open up the
He did. Yep.
yeah? So just
So could I do that?
Absolutely. I'll take one of your willpower. Okay. Okay, so you reach out to your spirit. Your spirit happens to be a healing spirit, but it is a druidic spirit. And you cast it on what? The stone, the ring, what?
Like the silvery part of the stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you focus upon that, reaching out. Normally what happens is when you cast magic, your magic's healing magic, right? So part of what it does is it actually allows you to feel their hurt so that you can direct where this goes. This is a little bit different. As you sort of cast your magic, you know, by nature you reach out to understand the pain. And what instead you get is you get some sort of powerful siphon pushing energy at you. Okay? You can feel it interface with your druid magic, okay? And suddenly there's a cracking sound, almost like a ripping, okay? What it sounds like is imagine leather being ripped apart, and you can feel it inside of your body, right? Like it's not you that's ripping, but you can feel something inside of you, okay? Suddenly you are swept away in some sort of ancient wisdom, okay? And you feel beside you a presence, okay? You guys are, he's standing there with the stone in his hand. He's like, oh. And then he's like,
Like he's been taken.
right? You don't see anything. You, on the other hand, you know,
Having the time of my life.
you stand at the height of your powers. You know, upon your shoulders, you have the bear that you slew in hand-to-hand combat when you were transformed into a gigantic wolf. Okay, and you know you have now matured into the full size that you will be as a druid. Right? You feel the future, your destiny, a possibility. You're not exactly sure what. What you do know, though, however, is beside you there stands a woman. She has long white hair, like it reaches to her ankles, and she has enough of it that you can't really be sure whether or not she's wearing any clothes underneath the hair. Okay, her eyes are a violet color, and in the middle of her head she has a glowing green stone.
That's an elf, isn't it?
Cool. Put it on her head.
Wait, isn't that the elves?
You,
that have the stones?
you gonna do what he says?
No, don't do that.
No.
No,
Oh.
he can't hear me. He's in his own. I'm
Yeah,
just.
but he's speaking spiritually, so that's
He feels my presence. He's like, okay,
take the stone.
go back.
Isn't it the elves that have the stones?
They do.
Wait, I'm half elf.
You've never met enough.
well,
Excuse me.
You don't have the stone.
So, can I ask her who she is?
What's that? I am the keeper of the gateway. You must choose soon, ere day comes and dawn is broken.
Air day.
Choose what?
To enter.
You have chosen to open the gate, have you not?
Yes.
Choose then.
How do I choose that?
The teaching is not mine to give, only to open the way. You did wish to open the gateway.
Yes.
Yeah, because it could lead to some incredible thing.
Right.
What if we-
So. Shh.
Is anything different now that I'm like kind of in this whole new kind of area?
No, you're kind of looking around you. As you look around you, it's like everybody's been transformed in some way, okay? Like, Talene has a great bow of white wood, okay? And in one hand, and in her other hand, she has a glittering sword of silver, okay? Sandarmi looks pretty much the same. Sandarbi, however, in his left hand, he bears a blade of metal so dark that it looks to be made of night. Okay? I have no idea what Grimm's looks like, but he's clad in a very nice gold and silver set of chainmail.
It's like our true personalities.
Okay? So as you look around, you're kind of like... you're not exactly sure what you're experiencing exactly, but what you do know is it doesn't feel... It feels like you should know, but you don't. The gateway. And quickly, you have Mermones.
So can I try and like go through where the gateway?
There is no gateway yet. She's said
Okay.
you must choose.
Yikes.
Okay, so what I'm going to say right now is... What's the first word that comes to your mind?
I don't know. Like,
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Confused.
Okay, you guys, what you see is where there's that gateway, there is now a sheet of white that appears momentarily, okay, and then beyond it, you can see grass, a hill, stones. Where that is, though, is it's not daytime, or it's not nighttime, it's not morning, it's sometime in the afternoon, you think. Daylight streams out. Okay.
We should.
Fare thee well, wayfarer. And with that, you drop to your knees. The exhaustion of your druid stone water wearing off, and what's just passed through you, you're like, ugh, and you suddenly, you taste dirt and the iron of the blood on your lip as it cracks open as you hit the stone. In front of you, you can see a doorway, literally a doorway in reality, in this stone.
We should go through it.
So we're gonna go to I don't know.
I'd say
Apparently.
going through it's our best bet, seeing as
Bro, we're going
coming
through
for
a
us.
gateway called I don't know.
The first one
See,
that
I
came
would've
to my
just-
head when he said it was pickle. So imagine what that would be.
Mine was help.
Mine
Help.
was open sesame.
Okay.
Pickle.
Okay, so you kind of open your eyes. As you do so, things are beginning to get blurry for you. Okay, you are drifting way into exhaustion. Okay, what happens with you is you guys have drawn your weapons, preparing to face this charge, and suddenly behind you there's light, like daylight, right? And you turn around, and so you have the evening, the morning sky, gray and dark, right, covered with dew. Then you have the stone, which is glowing in this amber color. Then you have literally a doorway of daylight, another stone, and then on the other side, more morning. Right?
I say we go through.
Yeah, let's go through.
2...
Go through the
Go
door.
through. Go through the door.
Run
Through.
through.
All right.
And is Willow with us? Or is she gone ahead?
She turns because, of course, it's sunlight, right? So she turns and she kind of shields her eyes against the sudden sunlight, and she's, what madness, right? And as you guys start running towards the unknown destination,
We're just like, ah!
right? She's like, wait, and she charges. Okay.
Charges at the gate or
Yeah.
at the okay.
Oh, wait for her.
Yep. Okay. All right.
So either we just did something really good or really bad.
Like we're never coming back.
All
Or
right.
maybe it's like a hideout, like until they leave.
Or maybe it's just
Okay,
a whole new
okay,
world
shh.
that we're entering.
A whole new world.
Oh, wait. Can I just say something quickly? Maybe when he means the journey begins is like a journey into like, I don't know, I'm thinking Fortnite Chapter 2 here, but like, like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do want to know that.
Stop talking.
Okay, I think someone wants to know more.
Okay. You are. So when you jump through, it looks like you were stepping, but there's a distinct feeling of falling. Okay. Enough that you lose your footing and crumple to the ground. Okay. And you all come out in a tumble. Okay. What you see around you is a hill covered with stones very similar to the journey stone. Perhaps, maybe not as magnificent. In this case, there's only 2 sets of rings.
What if it? Sorry.
Okay, and the territory that you see around you is definitely not from where you came from.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
What if it's like either like the past, like before the Journey Stone came to what it is today, or like the future? Like what if it's like before other stuff happened? Like this is like what?
I don't know what it is.
I'm just giving an idea.
Actually, it is. I don't know. Actually, it's more appropriate.
Maybe
Could
we
be.
just look around and see what we see? Can we see back through the gate, or is it closed?
Okay, so when you jump through, you kind of crumple through, and you kind of turn to see whether or not anybody's following you. But instead, what you see is no door in reality, but just a set of stones. And through the stones, you can see basically more of the same thing.
So I wonder if the other guys can see us.
Well, it's probably closed.
Yeah, there is. What happens is there's you can hear what occurs is there is this ripping sound. He holds the stone. He's talking to somebody who is not there. Then you hear a whoa, right? And this door opens, right? You guys pass through it, and then there's almost an anticlimactic muffle. It's like sound has gone away for a moment, and you're laying on the ground. And around you see these stones. You are on a rise, a set of stones around you, and as you are sitting on the rise, you come out not, I would say, 3 or 4 meters from the old man. Now, before we do that, this one too.
Narnia.
Wow.
Moldena.
No. Wrong map.
Where are we on?
No. All right. So you come out of these stones. Okay. And as you do so, you find yourselves somewhere. You don't know exactly where. Okay. There is an old man. Okay. And he turns back to the pot of stew that he's cooking.
Can I go approach him?
Absolutely. So you kind of wake up.
Are we still tired?
You're exhausted.
And he has food.
Yes. And he has 6 bowls laid out.
Like he's been awaiting us.
He's like, oh, a little late.
Wait, 6 bowls.
There's 5 plus him.
Okay. I was like, someone else join
I'm
us.
gonna head over there and...
Okay.
I'll come too.
I'll follow.
Okay, so he turns to you. He's in his early 50s, maybe. Okay. He's got a goatee, which is shot with silver, which is neatly trimmed. Okay. He has long hair, which is tied back into a braid. What's really interesting with his face, though, is it's covered with blue and red tattoos. Okay. You don't recognize the symbols or anything like that. And when he speaks to you, his voice has a heavy accent. Okay. You can't make out the accent, but he says, "Oh, you've arrived."
It's a leprechaun.
Huh.
Exactly.
So it's...
Oh, I'm afraid not. As a druid, you should know better.
He's a
No, I think he's just like this was like our destiny to make it here. And somehow, like, we'll figure it out.
It's our adventure.
The stone told us that you would come.
Us.
maybe.
Oh, yes, me and Corvus. And he points up, and sitting upon one of these stones is a white raven.
Oh my gosh! I predicted the future.
Oh!
I drew a raven.
Can we ask where this is? Where are we?
Oh, what is this?
You don't know.
No.
That's right.
Can we ask?
You opened the gate, didn't you?
Yes.
What is
I
this
don't-
place?
Well,
Wait,
where did you wish to go?
Can I ask him a question?
I don't know.
Never, I don't know this yet, actually.
I think my loss of words might be the loss of our lives.
Ask him about the white
You are in the northern sections of the plain of Modena. To the south of you, you see the mountains, the Titans. But come, stew is ready.
Bless your soul.
You will need some sleep. And then he points down the hill. The ash wolves, they cannot come into the barrier, but we will need to wait for them to leave. And as he points, you follow his finger down the hill, and there are lingering just outside of the stones. There are, at first you think dogs, okay, but then you realize that they are elongated. Their paws are emaciated, like their legs are super thin, okay, and their claws, like rather than having paws with like little claws, they actually have quite large, almost they look razor sharp. Okay, their faces, rather than being like that of a hound or like a wolf, are like you can see the muscle and sinew underneath their skin. Okay, they hunt for the Black Masters, and they've been waiting.
The Black Masters.
Yes.
What are the Black Masters?
I take that Sparly, the Black Master.
No. You know of Sparly.
Well, we know of his name. We're not really sure what he is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, please eat, and then you must sleep. Oh, I am Mageg. Mageg the Magnificent.
How do you spell
Where
that?
is it?
Wait, what's the Raven's
It
name
fell on
again?
the floor. Corvus.
How do you spell that?
Corvus.
Corv.
I think if they're writing it down.
What's his McGag?
Yes.
What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing.
You know something, don't you?
I just know who McGag is. Wait, how do you spell McGag? Sorry.
Mageg.
Oh, okay. I get that right.
Well, who's McGag?
McGag is. Can't tell.
It's a name out of the past.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you mean? Have we heard about McGag?
No,
You haven't.
Oh, is it from like a previous game?
Yeah. Okay. So he feeds you stew. Now it's not, however strange he is, it's hearty. Let's put it that way, but it's not particularly tasteful.
I think it's rock stew, like stone stew.
No, it seems to be a bean stew.
Bean stew.
Chili.
No
Yeah.
meat, just beans. Okay.
I'd love that.
Anyhow, so he says they will be here until at least the moon comes.
The dogs?
The ash wolves, yes. Well, dogs they are not, my dear,
Why are they called ash wolves?
because they come from the ashlands, and they look like wolves.
Ravenlands.
I've never asked this question, but they've always been known as the ash wolves. They serve the Dark Masters. This is all you need to know.
So I just lost my words. How long have you been here?
The ash wolves have trapped me now for 3 days.
Trapped you.
Oh yes. They cannot come within the circle of the stones. The demon soul that they have within them does not permit.
Hey.
Finally.
It does.
Cool.
Wait, how does the pride work again?
What's that?
How does your pride work again?
You say it for an action, if you really need to like for mine it was my arrow always hits the
Wait,
mark. I
what's
needed
yours?
to shoot someone.
Demons
Demons.
instinctively fear me.
So you could just be like,
demons.
get your bubblegum dum dum.
Get your bubblegum. Okay, so he feeds you, and he says, Corvus will watch over you while you sleep. You may, of course, set watch. Willow is like, yeah, we'll set watch, thank you very much. Be as you wish. Okay, and he grabs up his staff, and he wanders down towards the edge of the stones. As he does so, the wolves actually get up, and they begin baying. You can see them actually want to come forward, but as they do so, like they seem to almost wince in pain and retreat back. Our land is a place of ancient magics. The wardings, they still work here. He calls back over his shoulder.
I can imagine this all so well.
Okay.
Me too.
So, you guys eat the food. As you do so, it sort of warms your belly. You're all exhausted. The druid water has now worn off. And plus, you also had tons of adrenaline and you're approaching death. So, what do you wish to do?
What does Willow seem like? Is she...
She's exhausted. She's surly and angry and tired. Very tired.
So
Okay, I say we just go
like
to bed.
that time of the month, like me on that time. Yeah, let's go to sleep.
Subtle.
I realized I was saying that out loud as I was saying it.
Wait, these words are coming from my mouth. What? Okay.
Anyways,
What's up?
My back is sore.
Okay. So you find yourselves, so after you eat, you fall into a slumber. Okay. Each of you then wakes up sometime later to the rapping upon you, like not like a beating, but like you can feel someone tap you with the edge of a stick, right? And
I'm like, get off.
yeah. He says, "Time for you to awaken. I and my journeys must continue, and the ash wolves have gone for now, so I will go before they return. Welcome to the Ravenlands, my friends."
Wait, what would have happened if we didn't go through the door though?
Would have been like, you know what? Let's go the other way, y'all.
Well, if you hadn't gone through the door, you might have gone to a different Ravenlands, which is
Which wasn't called I don't know.
Actually, believe it or not, I actually had an answer for I don't know. And that's this one. I actually have several of these maps. So, where you said would take you to different places.
Wait, what if
you
you said pickle?
So my stutter did end up actually meaning something.
Yeah,
did,
if I
yeah,
said
absolutely.
Pickle, like
I don't
What if you said
pickle I'd have to interpret. I don't know what that would mean.
pickle.
Probably mean pickle would go to on a one of one two, because pickles in this day and age are made in brine, which is the ocean. So it'd probably take you to the one near the sea.
That would have been so cool.
Oh, so these ended up in different places.
Yes.
If they didn't have, like,
Okay, so just so you're aware, it's not a limitless number of places. There were 6 possibilities.
So me saying I don't know was just like
I don't know is this place.
And that's
this
like-
is the I don't know place.
and if that's so. What would it like a specific quality of this place? Like if you just sum it up in like one quality, what would it be?
Well,
Like-
it's now nighttime.
I don't
So,
think you can tell us that.
It's dark,
Yes.
and they have demons,
Yes.
so it's like hell.
Well, no.
I guess you'll find out.
It's the Ravenlands.
I'm so curious as to what happened to the guys that were coming up the hill.
Are they? Doesn't that just symbolize?
I feel like
Are they
Spotlight-
symbolized as the ash wolves? Don't the ash wolves symbolize them?
You don't know.
Because
you
then-
know nothing about this land.
Let's explore.
Okay, yeah, let's do it, Sam.
All right. So you find yourselves, so Mageg, he says to you, my journeys, they must continue. So I'm sorry to leave you, but I must go. But ask after me. Perhaps we will meet again.
Can we keep his raven friend?
No.
Oh,
Thanks.
Corvus
Is
is-
Thanks with us?
Corvus is picky about his
Wait,
companionship.
yeah, what about the
Is
cat?
Fangs with us?
Yes,
what about the
yes,
cat that
yes.
doesn't exist?
She is always with me.
How is she fighting your hood or something?
I have pictures of her.
She's a
You do?
big cat.
I do.
She's
Yeah, she's so cool.
During the intermission, I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. So so he's like, after he wakes you up, he basically grabs his bag. He's already packing, and he's out the door. What's up?
Corvus and McGay.
Okay, and with that, he basically as you guys are sort of pulling your boots on, he's already walking down the hill. Remember, the ash wolves, they will return come morning.
I love him. His ad. He's like, okay.
He kind of reminds me of the guy from Kung Fu Panda. The sensei guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Remember?
You don't do this. You don't do this.
All right. So it is now evening. Okay. He's told you that you probably want to be away from this place before dawn comes, or you'll have to wait another day. Okay. Where you are is obviously another druid circle, although not as magnificent as the one that you had. And outside of the actual druid circle, you can see that it's obviously built in some sort of ancient ruins. The ruins themselves are little more than a few stones upon one another. Their make and who put them on top of one another is unknown to you. You don't recognize them. Okay. To the south of you lies a great open area. Basically looks like a grassland that rises up to meet some mountains. To the west, you can see a great river flowing. Okay. To the east, there appears to be some sort of swampy lands. Okay. And to the north, in the distance, from this height, over a pass of hills, you can actually see what appears to be the distant lights of a small village.
I think I know where we should go.
Alright,
The
let's
village.
head.
Wait, if
I
we
was
go
gonna
to
say to the
village, this would be like the
mountains.
first village you've been to.
Yeah, I think we should go to the village.
Do we get it?
What if it's called like I'm not gonna remember now. What's our village called?
Poacher's Edge.
What if it's
Poacher's
called Unpoacher's Edge?
Okay. What do you wish to do?
Head to the village.
It's the village, yeah.
Okay.
It's a creepy bird. Kind of scaring myself.
Oh, we're watching it tonight.
We are?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
I'm gonna draw the sky too. Can they see the map?
What's that?
Oh, wait.
Oh, can the viewers see the map? Absolutely. My apologies.
That was like a while ago. I just
Yeah.
didn't say anything. I thought you read it.
Nope, I didn't.
Oh.
Sorry about that, chat.
Oops.
All right. Yeah, so you guys awaken and put your stuff together. You collect all your goods, sort of repack it, and Fangs, by the way, Claws.
Yes,
Claws.
Fangs.
Fangs.
It's okay.
I
It's
never
okay.
remember that. He is padding along the inside of the circle. Okay, so when she arrived, she actually went right down to the edge of the circle, and then sort of paddled along the inside, as if she too could detect some sort of force there.
Is
Okay,
she hungry?
She finds her own food.
yeah, she eats for herself. Yeah, you notice, by the way, Corvus is gone. Feathers sticking out of her mouth. Okay, so that's what you see. What do you wish to do?
Go to the town. I think.
Yeah, I say let's go to the village.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use our money.
Well, or just be at a town.
Oh, we've got money.
Town would be good.
Yeah. Town will be good.
I want armor.
Armor would be good. Yeah.
I want some just not
People.
Yeah. I
Civilization.
haven't seen people in a hot minute.
More
that
than
haven't
one,
wanted to kill me.
more than one person that's not trying to kill us.
I'm just kind of scared because, like, I don't know if goblins are a thing here. Like, what if I'm like this magical, mystical beast that people are like, ugh,
Then we hang you.
get it, chicken, bah.
You okay?
What?
You went from goblin to chicken,
Chicken?
to bah.
Well, maybe they think I'm a chicken.
I think they would think a chicken's a chicken, not a goblin.
Well, they know what a
Megag.
bird is.
This is Megag.
Oh,
Megag.
cool. Yeah.
Kind of like it.
All right.
Satisfying.
What? No doggo.
All right. So it is dark. What I need to know is I need for somebody to tell me if you are leading the way. Who's leading the way?
I
Isn't that
will.
usually me? Because I have like
Yeah.
skin and stuff. Yeah.
Brandon. I mean, Passenger.
Okay. Parcinder leads the way. Okay. Everybody, and who's keeping watch?
Me.
Okay, you'll keep watch. Everybody else will just march.
Kind of
Right.
follow along.
hike. Okay, so Prasinder, let's lead the way. So that is again a survival check. It is dark. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make a survival check or scouting check. Sorry, what is it?
I thought it was survival.
Everyone in the group with the abilities. Oh, okay, gotcha. No. In the dark. Yes, it is a survival roll. Okay. Right, so here's the deal. If you guys head out at nighttime, okay, in other words, try to journey at nighttime, everybody needs to make a scouting check. In other words, you need to be able to keep your eyes open to actually be able to see, the stone in front of you, etc. So if you want to travel at nighttime, it is hard on you.
Well, if she used her lantern, though, would it make it?
Harder because your eye would be like light here and you can't focus on anything.
Well, wouldn't. That's not how it.
That's not how lanterns work.
No,
I don't
but-
think holding a lantern in front of you would blind you.
I thought that's what
instead.
lanterns
Well,
were.
no,
No, but your
okay,
eyes,
but-
it's all dark around the lantern. Like other than what you can see.
Like
from
it's
it.
actually like in the
harder.
nighttime. If you want to see farther away, it's better to have
To let
the
your
light in
eyes
front of you
adjust.
because your eye won't be able to focus.
Yeah, exactly. So what occurs is it makes it easier for those people who are following. It makes it harder for you because you can't see far ahead.
Yeah, so let's just let our eyes adjust.
Well, it's not nighttime.
It is nighttime.
Oh, right now it is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we have to roll scouting.
Yes, if you want to. Okay, so let's start with your survival roll.
It's survival plus wits, right?
Survival plus wits. That is correct. Okay, and what we're going to need to do. Sorry. What are your dice? What colors do you have?
Skills and
Okay.
treats.
So these are 2 penalty dice.
Okay.
Okay, so you take those and roll those as well. The way penalty dice works is only ones count.
Okay.
Okay. Now, another thing too is if you push, you do not re-roll those dice.
Okay.
They only roll once. Okay.
Oh, so it could be a good thing or a bad thing.
No,
Well, no, it could be. It's a good.
it's a bad
So
thing.
if you try and
They
push,
can only ones.
If you get a 1, then it's
Yeah.
on
No,
those
but
dice, then it's
But if you
bad.
push, those stay on the table.
so that's kind of a good thing. if you
Yes.
try and push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Roll it all.
One
2 or
success.
3.
One success, and the 1 on the black dice cancels out that success.
Oh, okay.
There's so many.
So
ones.
nothing.
Okay. So I'll take the 2 black dice back.
What should I push?
So you can push if you wish.
You have 4 ones on the table.
Oy.
Yeah, that's not.
Can somebody else try leading if he
Nope.
can't?
No, because you don't know that he fails until the end of the time. Can I have your... Thank you.
So now we do our scouting roll.
Okay. Can you roll 2 dice, please?
Me?
Yes.
Like
Read them one
after
after the other.
35.
Okay. Yes, and everybody must make scouting rolls.
Do we have the negative thing?
There is no penalty. So.
Scouting is with wits.
2
Wits plus
success.
scouting.
What's that?
Wits plus scouting.
Wits plus scouting. Yes. Not you.
Oh, not me?
Yes, you.
I got 2 success.
I got
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I got 2.
One success.
Okay. Did anybody get any? Okay. Great. So all you need is 1, and that's to avoid taking an injury while you're walking in the dark. Okay.
Be good at this.
We ain't good, but we are.
Peace.
We are.
Okay. So the way this works is you move into the next hex, okay? But you cannot pass through it, okay? You need to make a successful lead the way in order to pass through it. You did not do so.
So we're lost.
So you are basically lost in that hex, okay? Okay. You don't know your way out, and on top of that, each of you are now suffering from rents and tears in your clothing. Okay, as he led you through a spiny thorn bush. Okay.
Tisk.
This was expensive.
This
Not
is
anymore.
cashmere.
Okay. Morning comes. In the light of morning, you find yourself sort of stranded in this hex, trying to decide what you want to do. Do you want to continue trying to lead the way?
Well, can I try and we don't know which way we're facing, or do we know which way?
Lead the way kind of takes into account that you backtrack a few times. If you make a lot of successes, it makes you go faster, right? If you don't make any successes, it means you spend quite a bit of time trying to figure out where you are and how to get there.
Well, okay, so it's morning now, so you have light time, so you don't have a negative. So I would just roll
We
again.
have
So
light
can we
time.
try and keep heading towards the town?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Roll
is that just
again.
another...
Yep.
That's
So yeah, so what happens is when you fail, I roll on. There's this mishaps table. Okay, so what you got was your clothes are damaged, and so what occurs is you must roll. So right now your clothes, etc., are not effective at protecting you versus the cold. However, at this point, it seems to be fairly balmy. It's warm, so that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
One success.
One success. That is all you need.
Good stuff. Oh, I found it.
Oh look! Look at that.
Okay. All right. So he leads you. Now, this hex that he led you through was hilly. Okay. You have not explored it. You've only passed through it. Okay. So you don't know if there's like ruins or anything else that's here. But what you do know is that you have passed through it, and now you come to a village.
Yay, we made it.
Okay. The village looks like.
Okay.
Wow.
That is so cool. Whoa.
Give me, yeah.
Okay. Now you are obviously coming from the south. Okay.
This looks so cool. Look at that.
So it's down there.
Can the viewers see it?
Yeah.
Seeing as you said
Yes.
ooh,
Okay.
I'd say yes.
That
Okay.
looks so cool. That's like
yeah.
the rich kid on the block, and everyone's like, "Okay, you know what?"
Or the church.
I will
either
like
one.
like the weird dark looking area.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
thinking
top.
like, what the
Yeah.
heck is that?
I bet you.
Well,
See,
it's
that looks like a bad
demon
guy
land.
lair.
Guys, that's like the demon lands. That's like guarding over the darkness that's like connected to Poacher's crest. You know?
That's connected to.
What if there's like an alternate
Did you make
reality
this?
too?
I did not.
Wow. I would like to live there.
Hey, look, a raven.
Wrong color.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Only the white.
All right.
ones are the right.
So you can see that this village from the south, you enter into some lands which are very much covered in like crops, etc. You also notice that there are several stones here, warding stones, which you recognize the symbol of the god Rust. Okay,
So we have the same god.
apparently. Okay.
I'm thinking alternate reality here.
As you do so, you find in the distance you can see a low stone wall. This low stone wall is only about 8 feet tall, and it doesn't really look like a castle wall.
Is it like this?
It's more like a large garden wall. Is probably the best way to describe it. And set in the distance, you can see two gates which are currently open. People are coming and going on the actual. People are coming and going on wagons, and what occurs is as you walk up the pathway, as you walk up the road, you can see farmers in the fields. They'll be working, right? And they'll see you, then they'll grab their friend and they'll suddenly bolt off the field. Okay, obviously somewhat
people.
terrified by the prospect of new people.
Guys, look at that looks like a dark area.
The cemetery.
Oh, maybe.
The cemetery.
Okay. And you find yourselves, so I don't know what you do. So here you are. Most of the people around here, they all seem to be human in shape.
In shape.
Mm-hmm. Will is like, thank Heem.
Who's he?
Heem is Rust's wife.
Oh,
So I say we try to go in.
you okay, Lee?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm listening. It's just like it's hard for me to concentrate if I'm like I listen better with like not paying attention with my ear.
Like zoning out.
Like, I need to zone out to listen to what you're
but
saying.
Not...
I listen better when I'm not listening.
That's
No,
like me. Like I doodle.
I need to
while,
zone
like,
my
the teacher's
eyes out,
talking.
like because I'll get distracted way too easily.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting my.
So you approach. Or do you? I don't
Yeah.
Yeah, let's definitely go in.
Is there anyone that doesn't run away? Does everyone just run away?
Yeah, so most people seem to have made tracks. However, you do come across a stout-looking fellow who you recognize with surprise that he's a dwarf, because dwarves were very rare in Poacher's Crest. And he is... he's currently thatching... he's currently... he's got a big barrel in the back of his wagon, okay? And he has grain bags. And as you get closer, you definitely smell the heady aroma of beer.
Beer, we're like, yes. Well, I am.
Okay?
I'm not
So,
sure about you, but
I say we enter the gate if we can.
Well,
Okay.
I think we should ask the dwarf where
Okay.
we are.
Yeah.
so the dwarf, he comes out that like he's got this big barrel, and then on top of that, beyond that, there is an ox pulling the actual wagon, and he comes out from behind it, and then another dwarf comes around from behind the wagon who is apparently like his dead twin. Both of them have swords strapped to their side, and they say, the blessing of Hugh upon you.
Oh, nice.
I asked them.
Would you care to sample the vase?
Samples of who?
The vase! Beer!
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're so nice.
It's only the best beer from the Marinian clan. From yonder mountains.
From the
sure.
mountains.
Come. Do you have cup?
No.
I have hands.
Well, come. Let me give you a cup. And so he opens a box, and inside he pulls out 5 very crude ceramic cups. Okay. Willow's like, I'm good, thanks.
Is it free?
What's that?
Is it free?
So the first one is free, yes, of course.
Oh.
How do I build a market if you don't know how wonderful it is?
Can I just ask him what this town is called?
Yes, is the Hollows. It's a small town. You're travelers, obviously. Your accent, I do not recognize it. But, yes, it is the Hollows. It's run by the old matriarch. What's her name?
C'est une bonne question, hein?
Yes, Dame Polmar. Dame Polmar.
Dame.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Your ears, despite the fact that they are huge, they do not work. My goblin friend. Beer is very stout for you. It might be too much for your petite frame. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, and the one slaps heartily on the other. The other fellow, he steps out and he says, "Pardon my brother. Where we come from, all the goblins are raiders. We spend most of our times killing them. Or you. Or not you, but, people like you. But no disrespect meant, of course.
How do you
Yeah,
spell?
Where I come from, they're all thieving scoundrels. But I'm sure you're completely different, friend goblin.
How do you spell the lady that
Winky
runs
face.
the hollow?
How do you spell the lady?
The name of what's her name?
The name
Dame
of what's her name?
Polar? Dame Polar, did you say?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, this is where we're going now. Now that I speak your accent, how do you spell the lady's name?
It is Polmar.
Polmar. Wait,
Spelling.
not Dame? There's no Dame?
No, she is the name of the village. It's like Mare,
Oh.
Her name is Polmar.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want free beer or not? Have you been drinking already?
Good boy. This side.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I am on, and this is my brother Barrel.
Can we
Barrel.
break from the game? Can we see the mountains?
Arn.
Like, do you want to see the map?
No, can we see those mountains?
Okay, that's not really a mountain. That's like a hill.
Are we
Can we
broken
see
apart.
that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can I ask about it?
What do you wish to see? What do you want to ask?
what lies on the hill?
Oh, yes. It looks very creepy, doesn't it? It's a temple of the god the worm.
The god of
The
worm?
qua?
Worm.
Worm?
Yes. You have not heard the story of the raven and the worm?
No.
I'm gonna just straight up say, so we just came out of a portal, and we don't know where we are.
So you have been drinking.
No.
Okay, this is what we know. Try to understand. We come from a town called Poacher's Crest.
Yes. We sell beer.
I feel
If
like...
you enjoy the beer, I'm glad that you enjoy it. But really, we must get to market.
Do you know where we can find
Oh,
Palmar?
do you have any mystics in your village that could give us insight on...
Village. We do not live in a village. We live in a grand city.
Do you have any mystics in your grand city?
I take offense at your words.
Excuse me.
Your tone is very disrespectful.
We don't need to hate on it.
His hand drops to his sword.
Would you like
Perhaps we would
some
like to...
money?
Well, it cannot be bought with money.
What do you mean?
What do I... Where did you come
Lane,
from?
stop talking!
Okay, so
Pardon
the
my
other guy
French.
puts his hand and says, "On is okay. We now go to market. I hope you enjoy the beer. Keep the cups. The gift of Arn and Barrel. Remember, Maronian beer is the best beer." Okay. And with that,
What?
he gave you each a glass of beer, and you've been drinking it, or at least you've had
Is
it in
it
your hand. Do you like beer?
Yes.
Then yes. It's crisp and clean, not too heavy. And it actually tastes like beer, not water.
So,
So I'm like,
do I like it?
It's up for you. It's not for me to decide.
okay, can we...
So are you a blood drinker or a beer drinker?
Just say beer.
Water.
Can we somehow find Palmar?
Okay, from the distance you get. Yes! In the village! It's like,
I thought it was a big city.
He's talking about his city. I think there's a miscommunication there.
Obviously.
well, he's not from this town.
Why didn't he say that?
He did. I'm from the Maronian clans. In yonder mountains. We come to sell our beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember something about yonder mountains.
Yeah.
Let's head in.
Alright.
What's the crew's name again?
So...
Corvus.
Corvus?
All right, so you head towards the gates. Okay, as you head towards the gates, there are a pair of men sort of watching the gates. They have a livery. Do you know what a livery is?
No.
Do you know when everybody in town kind of wears the same uniform that has the same symbol on it? That's
Yeah.
called a livery. Okay, so
Like their crest, kind
yeah, so you can see them wearing sort of a mishmash of leather armor. And they have this livery over top of it, and there are 3 of them. And they don't seem to be charging a toll to get into the town. But as you guys approach, the 3 of them sort of stand out in the middle of the road. Willow behind you. I hate this land already.
Beer?
Now, who consumed the beer?
I did.
Okay, fair enough. It's excellent.
Wait,
didn't.
I thought we all got
You didn't?
No.
It's whoosh.
I
keep it.
I'm just gonna hold on to it.
had a sip, but I didn't finish it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. We...
Okay. So, so you approach. As you approach, it's like, hey, see with you? Points at him.
Yes.
No. I mean, yes.
He's our friend.
Is it yes or no?
Yes, this is our friend
Yes,
Grimm.
obviously. He's so funny.
What do you got in the bag?
My bag of many things.
Bag of many things that you...
I didn't steal it.
Jaden, you suck.
Do you have manipulate or something like that?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, you didn't, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Or maybe you did. Pushing? Yeah. Okay, what are you risking?
Angry.
Okay.
Okay, 2 successes.
2 6s. Okay, and I get one of these for your 1.
Do I get a 1 too?
Yeah, and you get a willpower. Yeah. Okay. He, well, you're welcome in the Hollows. It's market day, so... but you can't be in the gates unless you have a bed that you've rented after dark. There's a place yonder where you may camp if you wish.
Do you know where?
Over there.
Okay, so that's not the actual name of the mountain.
No.
Yonder Mountain.
Bro, I bet you there's a DJ there.
Then what was the name of the mountain?
They said they're from the Moronian clan holds. So where that is...
Yonder Mountain. It's
Yeah. He
past
said
the
in yonder mountain.
Okay, so Moronian?
Clan holds.
How do you... Moronian, how do you spell that?
He didn't spell it for you, he just told you. So spell it however you think you can make it, how you can say it.
Clan
is
hold?
such a negative Nelly. Can I ask one of the guards, may you tell me where we can find... What is her
May
name?
I?
Polmar.
I may. Why?
Can you tell me where I can find Palmar?
What do you want with that old bitch?
I would like to speak with her. I was like, beep that out!
Demonetized.
I would like to speak with her.
Well, you can find her at the house.
That house.
Where would that be?
The house.
Actually, it's... My apologies. It's... You can
Okay.
Yeah.
Dying.
Jay's nervous about
He
it.
says at the foot of the hill.
Oh, cool! Look at those stairs.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I love
She,
stairs.
she doesn't
It's like big house.
Take many visitors, so
Okay, thank you. We'll be on our way now.
Thank you.
Do you want some beer?
See? Ooh. Do you want some of the beer I have not drinking yet?
drinking.
Drink, yeah, drink.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Have
Cuban is my second language.
Hey, bro. That's not mine.
All right. So she, he says, oh, from the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I say here.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Yoink.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So what I'm going to say is for the remainder of the day, if you encounter guards again, you can take +1 dice for your gifting of these guards.
Okay.
For today.
You're welcome.
You drank all yours.
But I told you to give it to them. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we're heading.
All right.
And I'm heading towards the house. I don't
That's
know.
some good stuff, yeah. Oh, dwarven beer. I can't afford it normally. Yeah, not the cards. But you got paid? That's what you hear. I think.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
It's
All right.
like a very corrupt town.
What's that?
Looks
Well, you're not exactly sure. So what you do know is as you walk in here, on this side of the river, I'm going to change that color because it's...
That's his wall.
on this side of the river right here, these houses are well built and their doors appear to be quite small, okay? And you can see Arn and Beryl have actually stopped in front of these houses and they're conversing with another dwarf, okay? He's like the other dwarf sort of pats the barrel and they're talking, right? You kind of march by them and they continue to jabber in dwarfish, meaning you don't know what they're saying, okay?
alright, I'm heading towards the house.
Okay, you head towards the house. What do the rest of you do? Do you follow with her?
Should we I want to find like an armor shop.
Can we like not split
Someone
up?
come with me in case I die.
You know.
You don't want to die alone?
I don't
No,
really
I
want to
don't
go. I
want-
want to look around different
Okay,
directions.
fine. I'll go by myself.
I don't see the importance of talking to
Because
Palmer.
I want to ask her about the portal and stuff.
What makes you think she
I
know?
don't feel like people would know.
I
Yeah, but
heard-
everyone's saying she's such a negative no,
Why
or
don't-
like she's a biatch, and like they all don't believe in
Why
whatever
don't
we're
you-
talking about. Maybe she's the one that believes it, and they think she's crazy, and that's why they hate her.
Why don't you
I
ask
have
her
a
about
theory.
the Temple of Worm? Or them.
But
Them.
I'm gonna talk to her. Okay, you
Okay.
can come with me if you want.
nope.
I'm gonna go scout around the village and just try to get a good sense of what it actually is and like...
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so you can make a scouting roll. You're going to go see Palmar. You're going to search out an armor shop. And?
I'm gonna go see if there's any place where I can play like games.
Gamble, you mean?
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah, Willow says, I'll go with the goblin to make sure he doesn't get in any trouble. Maybe find myself something real to drink.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, Willow.
Yes.
All right. So yours would probably be the easiest one to take care of.
Mine?
Yours.
With mine?
Mine?
Mine.
Willow is such a negative Nelly. That gets me. Sorry.
All right. You, so you arrive at the house. The house itself is in very poor shape. Okay. You notice that the roof tiled. There have been places where they replaced the tile, not replaced the tile, but they fixed the tiled roof or the shingled roof. It's not shingles, it's tiles, like ceramic tiles. They fixed it with thatching, so grass. Okay. The actual house itself, it looks to be almost falling down. It's the shambles. Okay. As you arrive, a young woman, you'd guess probably about 16, 17. She is working outside. And she is weeding in the overgrown gardens that are lay out front. Okay, this place obviously once held much more grandeur than it does today.
I go up the steps and kind of say like, "Hello, hi,
Okay.
hello."
Oh, she turns to you. Oh, hello.
She doesn't hate me. Hi.
She kind of stands up. Kitty!
And me
The
saying I
cat,
don't know.
the cat kind of takes back, and she moves directly towards the cat with zero fear whatsoever.
This is Fangs.
Oh, really? Kind of. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Hello, Fangs. Okay. So she bends down. She kind of now talking at the side of her head. She's like, "Oh, Fangs." And Fangs,
Hi.
there's a moment's hesitation. It's like, and she kind of steps back.
And she's like, "Oh."
Yeah, and then so now she's, and you can see her kind of stretching out.
I'm just kind of like, "Hi."
Hi again.
What a nice cat.
My name is Talene.
Oh, hello, Talene.
What's your name?
I'm Nella. I'm Delia.
Delia. All right.
You can write that in your journal.
Yeah, no, I'm just like writing down
Yeah.
to write down later. Okay. Do you know who Palmar is?
Oh, Dame Palmer. Yeah, she's my employer.
Is she in the house?
She is. Why?
Maybe I can speak to you instead.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Is it okay? Palmer is. She's old, right? And she's a little crazy. Well, you have a giant cat, so I'm okay with that.
Okay. I need some clarification.
Sure. Okay.
So, riddle me this.
Oh, you watch Batman?
Is that from Batman?
Yes. The Riddler.
5 travelers reach a place called the Journey Stone, and they make it through this magical portal. They get into this new world.
Are you a storyteller?
Dang it! Doesn't believe me either.
What? Do you have performance?
We make it to.
We.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can make a performance check telling your story. What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm just trying to see if if anyone else knows what's going on
Oh,
about
like
this whole
she
portal.
recognizes like the story.
Yeah, or like if anyone else has come here through a portal. Or if this is just like a random world to them. Like we obviously didn't know about any portals before, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
just trying to see if she knows anything about what's going on.
Tell her that.
Okay. So she's the Journey Stones. Well, there is a Journey Stone south of town, across the river.
Yeah.
In an old Druid temple.
Is that where we came from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a Druid temple to the Nightwalker, I believe.
my fellow party members and I came from there, but we were originally in a completely different world, so we think. And I don't know how we got here.
So she kind of stands up. She's looking at you.
Wait.
Okay, so you're trying to be convincing and not sound crazy.
Crazy.
So that sounds like a manipulate.
Okay.
What happened to the whole storytelling?
It's not really story.
It's not. It's just
Yeah.
me explaining. Okay, so...
Yeah, she was explaining it. Started sounding like she's telling the story, but that she wasn't really.
Manipulation plus wits.
Empathy.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just need to roll that. One
Anchor
success.
All right. You're gonna leave it at 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So she looks at you, not like I'm probably not the right person to talk to, honestly.
Do you think that Palmar would be able to
Oh
work?
God, no.
Okay, she's not that kind of crazy. Who might you suggest?
Well, I wish I could tell you somebody that. Do you know who I would talk to? And you'll have to forgive me, but and just trust me that it's the right person. But I think you should talk to the midwife.
The midwife. And
You'll understand when you see her.
when we see her.
And I just need to find her here.
Okay. Well, thank you. The cat kind of stays with her. I'm just kidding.
You can have my cat.
Have a good day.
Okay. Right. Yeah, so the midwife, her name is Nervia. And you can find her. She keeps her house near the old cemetery.
You're right. Okay.
Oh, I'm a genius.
Is it like that one maybe?
It's this one here, but whatever.
Okay. Cool.
What's
That's
a
not
midwife?
creepy.
Midwife is basically a healing lady, a healing woman, and a person who helps people
Give birth, right?
give birth. Yes.
Oh, cool. I'm not.
Don't you watch like Grey's Anatomy? Like
I
twice?
do,
love
but
Grey's
like they
Anatomy.
don't they call them OBs.
Oh, my apologies. It's actually this one right here.
Oh.
That's a house.
It's a
Okay.
cottage
Oh, okay.
on the hillside.
That's not creepy.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Delia. I will head
Thanks,
there.
sis.
Yeah. Good luck. She says, maybe not really meaning that.
And
Okay,
I
you're
will-
searching out town.
Yeah, I'm just scouting around, getting
Okay.
a good view of the place.
Go for it. Wits plus scouting.
That's a really good drawing line.
I don't know what I was doing. I just strawberry on the bottom. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Oh, that's really cool. Very
I'm not a
abstract.
drawer.
You're not a
It's
drawer?
modern art.
That's so cool. It's like a wine glass.
Okay, I got one success. Can I push?
You can, but you'll have to keep the one.
That's okay. And then, what do I risk?
Frustration.
It's up to you.
I'll risk boredom.
Yep.
Because there's
So, yeah. So
maybe
that'd be empathy. Minus to empathy.
Okay. Okay, I got another 6.
Okay, so 2 6s. Okay,
Um,
so you do
and
not get bored.
But I do get a
And do you get one too?
here to go.
Arm and Bill are useless.
I just had to make that clear. 'Cause of-
Okay. So you search the town, basically going from building to building. So with one success, what that's going to do is that's going to give you sort of an overview of what you find. Okay, this place has. So obviously in the middle there is the well, and around the well is basically the market square.
Wait.
Okay, right here. Okay. And the there's also a harbor right here where boats come and go. Okay, and they obviously ship things up and down. There is an inn. This building right here is the inn.
Okay.
Okay.
Next to the bridge?
No, the
This-
big
Like
one.
the big
This
one
one
that we
right
thought was
here?
the house.
Okay, next to the
Okay.
well.
And that is called the Dead Man's Hand.
Huh.
Yeah. This is the old temple of the god Worm. Now, this is spelled W-Y-R-M, and this is an old word that means dragon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wormkin.
W.
Why?
Y-R-M.
Why is there
Worm.
different spellings for worms?
Okay.
Like W-R-U-R-M, W-R-M.
There is also a tavern on the south side, right here,
Where?
okay, which is run by dwarves.
So dwarves are much more present in this village.
In this village, at least, yes. Okay. Then to the north there, you have the old cemetery. The new cemetery is actually outside the walls. Okay. There is that right? There is a chapel right there, that little round building right there. And apparently it's not in use today, but apparently there are symbols of all of the gods that you know. Okay. There's also a smithy, which a large woman is hammering out metal. Okay.
Where's
Is her
that?
name Ellie?
What's that?
Is her name Ellie?
It's Ness, actually. Do you want it to be Ellie?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they go from Borderlands. Ellie's the big car making girl.
No.
Oh, that one.
Oh
no,
Where's
that was no.
14.
I don't know who that is. No. Her voice is irritating.
I love
Y'all.
her. She's
That's that one right there. Okay? And that is basically what you find. Okay? Oh, one other small thing that you find is right here on this building, right there, that is obviously the house of a god of, a house of a priest of the god Rust. Okay? Now, where you come from, Rust has a bit of a dark reputation, right? They hate followers of other gods, and
Kind of like a cult leader.
a little bit. They actually wear masks, which are actually covered in rust.
That and like they like as you said, like over time, the more
Yes.
rust priests they are, the more rust they have.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find, and so you're a little bit chilled to see that, but it is out of the way, so you don't know. Maybe he's not that.
Sorry, where did you say that was?
Top, right there. That's not gonna help you.
Right here.
Oh,
And that's with one roll, like with one success.
That's with one success.
And what about
The second success that you get is you actually hear people are talking quite a bit, especially during the market. And first off, everybody seems to be in a bit of a hurry because apparently you don't want to be out at nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you're saying we need to find a bed at night if we want to stay.
Okay. So meanwhile, so that's what you do. That's what you two do. You're going to the inn. That could take a little while longer. What were you looking for?
Like
A blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Armor.
I found it.
The ringing metal coming from the shop. When you arrive, Ness, who is the woman who runs it, she's big. You'd guess she's about 6 foot, muscular, right? And when she hammers the steel, like as you arrive, she's actually turning a plowshare over with a pair of tongs, moving it like like it's a piece of paper.
what's up?
A plowshare. Do you know when you plow the fields? There's that little thing that goes into the thing.
Yeah.
So it's big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's basically turning it over one-handed with a set of tongs. Okay. So she and her apprentice hammer in sort of, so one will hit, the other will hit, then when she'll So like they're sharing the beat of the metal. Okay, as you arrive, she turns to you. Ah, custom, and a druid nonetheless. Welcome, Raven brother.
Any armor for sale?
Yes, straight to it. I like it. Okay, so she does have. What does she have? So, sorry guys. So she looks at. She says, I have armor for sale. Do you have money to spend? And how much money, little man?
What if they use this in currency?
I don't know how much stuff costs. We haven't really been...
So, if you were to look at, for example, a suit of chainmail, right, which is pretty heavy, that's like 2.5 gold.
Oh, okay.
But that's like a full suit, right?
Yep.
That's expensive.
But no, that's pretty cheap, actually.
Well, for
That's
one
what
and a
you
half.
think. That's what it would cost back in Poacher's Crest, where you know people. So, what are you looking for? Hello.
Relatively cheap armor.
Relatively cheap. Well, first off, I should have you know, nothing I make is cheap. It's all of excellent quality.
So what's the
If I
price?
do say so myself.
So what's the prices?
Okay. So you can basically then there's a variety of different types of armor. Okay, you have. Let me actually. I'm not sure why these aren't all on the same page. Okay. So armor goes basically leather and then studded leather, which is basically leather reinforced with metal. And then you jump up from there to chainmail. Okay. The prices also jump up fairly steeply. Okay. So if you were looking to buy studded leather armor, it is. Leather armor is only 2 silver, which is nothing. Studded leather 6, and chainmail is 2.5 gold.
Yeah.
Studded leather then.
Okay. Do you want a helm to go with that?
How much are those?
Of the same material, I can give you a cap for 3 silver.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's see your money. Not to put too fine a point on it, but let's make sure you can pay for what I'm about to make for
Because
you.
1 gold is all the same as 10 silver, right?
Yep. So you show her the gold. All right. I'll take 4 silver now, and you can pay me the rest when you get the armor. It's going to take me a couple of days to fit it to you.
Okay.
All right. So what she does is she takes a piece of studded leather off of the wall. She says, "Come on over here." Well, this is originally made for something a little bit bigger than you, but I can make it fit. And so basically she manhandles you, or woman handles you, right? You know, she kind of moves you around, turns you, buckles it, straps. Yeah, I have to take it in here. Yeah, okay, move a little bit there. How's that feel, right? Her hands move with a master's manipulation. She's obviously done this for a lot of people before, right? As she's doing so, she's like, yeah, okay, a little bit tight here. You're not fighting with that stick, are you? Do you want a real weapon in that hand?
How much are weapons? Oh, jeez.
Well, let's see. I can get you a decent axe for
84 gold.
Well, so here, try the weight on this one. She hands you sort of a smaller axe, okay? And yeah, you're like, oh, that's comfortable. That's not too bad. Yeah, 3 silver for you. Fair price.
Yeah, I have enough for that. So
All right. Okay. Doing some math. Okay.
I can afford that.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So here, take it out in the yard. Give it a few practice chops on the block. Let me do some adjustments here, and we'll sum up and see whether or not we're good to go. So you take it out. The axe itself is sturdily made. Okay. You take a few chops. It definitely does more damage to the log than your staff does. Okay.
How big is the axe?
It's a hand axe. Okay. So it's about this long or so.
Okay. I'm thinking like a hatch. I'm thinking.
No.
Okay.
So a battle axe is quite long.
Does
Okay.
it take 1 or 2 arms to hold?
It takes one hand to wield it. Yeah. Okay. And so she says, "Yeah, you like the axe? Is it good for you?"
Yeah.
So yeah, if you got a free hand on the other side, maybe you should get yourself a shield.
Battle druid.
You know, in history, war druids were quite a sight to behold. I understand.
Let me do math here.
She, by the way, is selling you. FYI.
No kidding.
You can say
Yeah,
no
right.
thanks.
No,
You
no,
can say
no
no.
to the shield.
What's that?
No to the shield, but yes, the axe.
Are you sure? Here, why don't you just try the weight? See what you think. Okay.
No.
It's really not necessary for me right now.
All right.
Take
Okay.
the shield.
All right. So let's do some quick math here. So that's going to be 15 silver. No, 12 silver altogether. I'll take 6 now, and you can walk away with the axe. And 2 days from now, the armor will be adjusted. Be here in my shop waiting for you.
So how much would I owe after this?
What's that?
That's 6 silver afterwards.
So I owe 6. Yeah, okay. So take 6 now.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to haggle with it?
That's manipulation, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Go for it.
Actually, I might be. Yeah, can I try and like bring it down?
Let's make it 10 silver.
Do I have to have manipulation, or can I just use?
No, absolutely. You don't have to have manipulation. I'll just let you know though. You can lose.
If I don't push, can I lose still or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a competition, me versus you.
Yeah.
You may as well try.
Yeah, I'll try.
I feel like this girl's really good at that.
Oh, that looks
She's
nice.
already got so much out of you. You should have been just like,
No success.
No successes here, but I'm going to spend one of these points to push.
I'm not gonna push.
No successes. Okay. Yeah, so you haggle back and forth. She tries to get you to include extra equipment and say, well, I can't make a deal on this amount of equipment, but tell you what, for 15, I'll throw in the shield. You know, and you're like, no, I don't want the shield. 12 is 12. Okay? So if you like, you can just pay it to her all now, or you can pay her the 6 and come back in 2 days.
I'll pay the 6. Then.
Okay, sounds good. Throw it in. Done. Okay. Good custom with you. And yeah, you walk away, and she says, "Here, put that aside. We'll do this first." And she immediately sets to work in adjusting the armor to your size. Okay. That was easy. Look at that. Look at you, skillful negotiator. Okay. So do you go to the tavern or do you go to the inn?
Wait, sorry.
Tavern.
Wait, I have the axe now, right? Yeah.
Yes.
wait, who goes to the tavern? I thought you were going to the gambling place.
The tavern?
Tavern.
Is that what you do at taverns? I think
Yeah.
you just drank there.
No.
And
Gamble.
Oh.
Okay. So, it's just right there on the river's southern shore beside the bridge. And wow, okay. It is called the Three Skulls Tavern. And as you are there, you can actually see the dwarves still up front. Because it's obviously a summer day. Because it's a summer day, the doors are open, and a lot of the people are sort of actually doing their custom right on the outside. A lot of them sort of speak in hushed tones. Okay, and as you walk towards the inn, you get several looks. Okay. Willow stands behind you. She kind of glares back at those people, right? And she kind of pushes you in. Come on, my friend. And although she's been a bit surly. She's obviously, you're from the same place she is, so she's taken to protecting you. As you walk inside, there are maybe a half dozen or so dwarves, same number of humans, and a pair of goblins at the back. The place is obviously run by dwarves, however, and you can see what happens is you see the dwarf kind of running behind the bar, and then when he serves, he suddenly gets taller, right? Because there's probably a footstool or something behind, and he looks across the bar at you. Okay, my friend, what can I do for you? Welcome to the Three Skulls. I do not recognize you, although, in fairness, most goblins look fairly similar to me.
You're just getting bullied over there.
Never mind.
When you go to a goblin town, you'll understand what it feels like to be in the other shoe. Okay.
I am friendly back, and I like say hello, and then I ask him if there's any games being played right now.
Games of chance.
Yes.
He stares at you. Are you a cheater?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to manipulate that?
Or no, I'm asking you as a
Oh
cheater.
no, I'm not a cheater.
Okay. So he kind of stares at you. It's a bit early in the day, but towards summertime, and before darkness, well, with everybody in the village needing to gather within the walls, there have been many games of chance at nighttime. Until the mist comes. Oh, you are not from the village. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, then you do not know about the mist. But yes. So what happens is, as I serve dinner, there are many games of chance. You might get lucky. There might be someone here who is willing to start something with you. Nizik, my good goblin friend, are you up to a game of chance? No. And he continues talking to his goblin companion. Oh, sorry. He's unfriendly. Not like you, my friend, of course. Can I offer you something to drink? Something to eat?
I'll take something to drink.
Das ist gut, yeah.
Das ist gut, yeah. It's German,
Das ist gut.
Can I put in one of these golden take 10 silver just for
Yeah, absolutely.
Two.
So,
The same.
yeah, a flagon of ale is a pair of copper. Yes, absolutely, you can do that if you wish, Brad.
How many copper in it?
10.
Two,
I'm so broke compared to y'all.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I just spent all my money.
10.
I'm probably
Sorry,
still
how much?
more broke than
I
you.
need to give him 3 just as like.
Yeah, okay. Generosity is understood. Yeah. So he, from behind you, Will is like, "Hello, me as well." Ah, yes, of course. Pardon me. He pours one for her as well. So, I did not recognize you. You are not from these parts.
No.
Your accent is different than the other goblins. It's perhaps you are from the south.
I'm
man.
from a magical world.
I'm from America.
I was just gonna say it's a little hard for me to explain right now, but
I'm not from.
I can make an epic story out of this.
If you have performed.
How about manipulation?
Say, sure, we'll go with that.
Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Ah. How did you get past the walls and the gate? The iron locks. And tell me, how bad is it down there?
Good job.
We're not allowed to speak about it.
The taint, it has taken hold of the land?
We're not allowed to talk about it.
We're not allowed to talk about.
You're not there.
Wait, I didn't. I should not listen to Lane.
No.
I didn't realize what he was talking about. I don't want to be from the south.
None of us want to be from the south. You are here now, though.
I
So the
my
land,
mouth.
the taint has corrupted it? Tell me, the farmsteads, they still stand, or are they...
See, y'all made fun of me for naming this place. I don't know.
I'm just gonna continue to draw my map.
I'm not the one that says from hell.
My goblin friend? I understand. Too painful to talk about. I understand. Well, if you need something to eat, let me know, but otherwise, I have other customers.
Sorry, what was your name, sir?
Oh, right. Yes, I actually have my name. Wait. My name is...
Sorry,
Yawin.
What was the tavern called?
The Three Skulls.
Tavern. 3 Skulls. And
Lots of
Yawin?
Yawin. Yawin.
I have all my writing about the...
Cool.
Wow.
Wow, what?
That was, why do I was just like really confused there, and then they started talking, and I'm like,
What? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 10-minute bio break, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and in the village of the Hollows, and we are with our adventuring party, who have, of course, split the party, which is traditional. But now you said that during the break that you had something else you wished to ask the dwarf that had nothing to do with what Lane was saying. Or you forgot.
So, no, I remember. So, I want to go back up to him and say I apologize for earlier. I'm a little bit out of it today. I wanted to ask him if he knew anything about the Journey Stone.
The Journey Stone? Are you talking about the one south of the river?
Yeah.
There's the accent.
Right. Sorry. The accent is broken. The one south of the river, I don't think I know any more than anybody else does. It was built by the Druids, of course.
Sorry, I should ask this earlier. Do the Druids have a particular god?
A lot of them will worship either Heem or the Raven.
Ooh, this is your land.
Okay. Okay. Do you know anyone in this village who might know anything about it?
It is a haunted place. Strange mystics travels there. It's best to stay away from it. That would be my recommendation to you.
You did that one well.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course. It is the old magic, right? Which can be dangerous. Especially if the Ross brother is within hearing distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so you have bought your armor, you've finished scouting the town, you've talked to Delia for a little while and had her pet your cat for a long while.
Yeah, I'm headed to see the midwife.
Okay. You find you're seeking out Nervia. Okay, what are you doing, Brandon? What do you think Parcinder would do next? Parcinder. Parcinder, Percinder.
Percinder.
Parcinder. Yep.
Look for Lane. I know he's in the town looking around, so.
Sandarme? Okay. He's not hard to find. Oh, there he is.
Hola.
Yeah. It is, afternoon is now fading into late afternoon. You guess you probably have another 4 or 5 hours until dark. Okay? What you do see, however, is that the village market is drying up. Like a lot of people, they're like, last sales of the day. Come on, anybody, right? And then those people who are not getting any custom, they are packing up their stuff with speed. Like they're obviously rushed, and then they throw stuff into their wagons and they are hauling.
We should probably try and find out what happens at night, so we don't.
Okay, but you find Sandarme in the meantime. Okay, and what about yourself, Grims? You gonna hang out here and spend some money? Because he's not gonna let you stay here without paying.
Well, your games start tonight, so.
This is a tavern, right?
It is.
Does he have rooms here?
No, it's not an inn.
Not an inn? Okay. I'll buy some food.
Okay.
And another drink.
Absolutely.
See, I spent my money on earned armor, and he's spending it on drinks.
And food.
What's the name of the dude you're talking to? At the tavern?
Yawim.
Yeah. How do you
Yeah.
spell that?
Yawim.
Okay, what's
However you spell it to remember it. So your basic bowl of stew is 3 copper. That comes with a slice of hearty bread.
And then the drink is 2.
Yep. Okay. No tip this time.
Not this time.
Okay.
Is Willow also buying food and stuff as well?
Yeah, Willow. She after she drinks, she's like, in fairness, Grimm's, I haven't much money. I have some weapons that need to be sharpened. I'll be in the square if you need me. Okay. And yeah, she picks up her weapons and walks out, leaving you by yourself. What?
I would buy her something.
Okay.
Just kidding. No suggestions.
So yeah, so she and you guys will find her in the market square later. As you watch, she's actually, it's like a sword, spear, sword again, fixing the rents in her armor. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
You guys? Okay. What's your objective?
Find out what happens at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that will be a function of... What would that be good? How do you want to do that? Ask questions? Try to eavesdrop? What?
Ask questions.
Okay. So that would be... are you helping?
Me?
Yeah, he's with you. He's
No.
found you.
I want to do something else.
Okay, what are you going to do? Okay, so you split up again? Fair
I
enough.
would like to go and seek out the worm brothers to find knowledge from them.
Okay. From scouting, you did not... There was the old worm temple
That's
up
what-
on the hill.
Can I go look there to see?
You can, yep.
What time is it? Like, how much longer?
Mid-afternoon.
Okay, so I have enough time to go there before nightfall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. So you're asking around?
Yeah.
Sounds like a manipulate. Do it.
Alright.
So tell me, I've heard these rumors of something happening at night. What is it that befalls the town?
1 success.
1 success. All right. Good enough? Okay. Remember, the more successes you get, the more information you get.
I should have one.
Okay. Do it. What are you risking?
Frustration.
Hmm?
Frustration.
Yeah, good. Okay.
I
So that'll
keep
be...
deception.
that would be wits or empathy? Probably empathy?
Probably empathy,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah, okay. Do it.
I keep the 6, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go Brandon.
Ooh, nice roll.
Wow.
All right, so 2 successes. All right, so you after approaching a couple of merchants and asking, finally, a guard actually approaches you and says, hail, stranger. These merchants, they're trying to get underway and be on their way before darkness falls. Mayhap I can answer your questions.
What happens at night?
Well, I'm afraid you've come to the town at a bad time. About 7 days ago, a mist rolled in. It comes every night at the same time after dark. And the living dead crowd against our walls. Their leader will come forth and demand that we return that which was stolen. We don't know what that was, or what he could be talking about. Anybody who leaves town is killed by the undead. We've found the remains of travelers who have been upon the road at nighttime. We don't know how far they range from or why.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, so he answers your questions completely. If you have any questions, you may ask them.
No. That's all I want to know.
All right. He he turns to you, like, as he says, well, good travels then. Again, allow these merchants to go on their way. And he turns and walks, and he says, coincidentally, Zavar, who is the dwarf tavern master's brother, he also returned to town 7 days ago. And several people say that he bore a package. I'm sure it's unrelated.
What's his name?
Zavar. Anyhow, with that, he kind of... Maybe he's rumor mongering, who knows, but he sort of strides off. Okay. So, meanwhile, you are headed up to the Temple of Worm.
Right, yeah.
Okay. A narrow path winds its way up the hillock between sharp rocks up to a flat section. In the middle of the flat section,
Sure.
the overgrown remains of a circular foundation can be seen. 12 pillars placed along the edge of the foundation stretch like ugly teeth towards the sky. A crumbling obelisk in the center, near a hole, with a hole near the top, stands in the middle of the circle. An ominous feeling hangs over the place. Welcome to the old Temple of the Worm. Okay.
Lane's gonna die.
What's that?
Sounds like Lane's gonna die.
Maybe I should run and jump inside that hole.
Yeah. So you look at it. This place looks overgrown, like
And deserted?
Yes. Yeah, it looks like no one's been here for a while.
Okay. Should I roll a scouting to look around a bit more, or is it pretty?
Yeah, you can make a scouting roll if you like. If you want to examine it closer.
Is that wits plus scouting?
What's plus scouting, yes.
Okay. One success.
One success, okay.
Should I push?
Up to.
If I push and I don't get another success, does that erase the success?
Nope. You always get that one success. If you push and don't get another success, though, you suffer the consequence that you have
Okay. How about frustration? Because I just walked up this huge windy path.
Yeah, sure, do it.
Okay.
Oh, so you automatically... Okay, so you'll get a willpower for that, okay.
Nice.
Nice!
More sixes, y'all. That's pretty great.
Okay.
Can I have a willpower? Oh, thanks, Jay.
Yep. And I get one of those, and you get 3 successes altogether. All right. Although this place definitely has the feeling of being deserted, you can tell that someone makes a regular pilgrimage here. While you're scouting around, you do notice hidden behind some stones what looks to be a small offering plate. Okay. There's some desiccated food, and there's a cup here which obviously held some fluid but now runs dry, as if it's evaporated over time. And when you smell it, it has a distinctive smell of wine to it. Okay. In front of it, there is a small stone bowl, or actually just like a stone with a little hole in it. And inside of that, you can see ashes, as if something's been burned here. You know that one of the things that servants of the worm do is they will offer secrets, and they'll burn the secrets. Okay, so they'll tell their secrets to the god, so that the secret knows that the god knows, and then they'll burn the secret, like they'll write it down and then burn it on the altar in front of the god. Right. Your scouting tells you that that's probably happened within the last week or so. So it's not that long ago that this happened. But it looks... What's that?
7 days.
But it looks to be something that regularly happens. So you're thinking that there's at least one follower of the worm in town somewhere. Okay? As you kind of scale the cliffs... not scale the cliffs, but look at the stones, etc. There's something odd about the center stone has like a big hole in it, but then You notice as well that along the sides of the wall, or along the pillars themselves, there are various. They look like diagrams carved into the stone. And with 3 on your scouting, you can definitely say that what they seem to describe is some sort of light passing through that hole and then shining somewhere on the village. What it's supposed
Like a
to...
map?
Like a map.
Okay. Wait, let me just
How
write
do you
this down.
spell? How do you spell like the word like lay? Like they lay there. How do you spell lie? Like they lie there.
Lie.
Okay, so it's not just like okay. I didn't know if it's like ly.
Lye is a type of soap.
Why?
Okay. Yeah, okay, so that was you. Good scouter roll, by the way.
I'm headed to see the midwife.
You had to see the midwife. Who's been done? You've been done?
I have not.
You have not been done?
He has.
Brandon? Yeah, you were done. Okay. I'm also going to say that you guys agreed to meet someplace at supper time. Where was it?
Do you guys want to meet at
The
The
what?
tavern or the inn?
Let's meet at the inn.
In, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so you are done. Your next action will be to meet with the rest of the characters. Okay, Brandon?
Yeah.
Same with you, Lane? Okay. You seek out Nervia. Okay?
Yes.
Nervia, that's the midwife.
Yes. Okay. So there is, like, you have to kind of go up like a little run of stone, okay? Oh, and it's obvious that she's not wealthy. Arrayed outside are a variety of herbs, which you know will be used for healing, etc. If you have either survival or lore, you actually recognize some of the more common ones.
Both.
Yeah, you recognize some of the more common ones as healing herbs. Okay, and it is just below. Like from here, you have a really good view of Sandarme up at the temple on the hill. Okay, so hey, okay. So when you arrive, there is a woman inside, and there's a sort of a rich herby smell arriving from inside.
Okay. I'm gonna knock.
Okay. So as you approach the door, although your footfall is quiet, as you're about to reach your hand, it's like, oh, just come in, my dear.
Ooh.
Epic.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you arrive.
Yeah, I open the door and head in.
Okay. Sounds good. You step inside, and she is, well, in the most traditional of witching fashions, she's actually stirring a large cauldron. Okay? And she looks at you, you kind of see the cauldron, and then she's like, I'm not a witch, my love. It's just many things need to be rendered. The smell is quite horrendous, I'm afraid. But it must be constantly stirred, otherwise I'll burn it. Can I do something for you?
Yes, actually, I have recently arrived at this village.
I know, because I've not seen you before.
Yes.
Your animal is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
They love your cat.
The cat's so helpful. It's like thanks. Yeah.
And the cat's like,
She's like, I know.
Just toss it in the culture.
My name is Talene, and should I say like I come from a place called Poacher's Crest.
very well.
I've
not heard of this place, although that's no surprise. I have not traveled widely. Here, could you stir this for a moment?
Yes.
Very slowly. And then she goes and gets something. No, please, keep talking.
I was traveling with several friends, I guess I'd say. Friends, and we... I don't want to, like...
Keep
okay,
stirring.
I guess I guess I'm trying to find answers, so I'll just be honest. She thinks I'm crazy, We came across this place called the Journey Stone back where I'm from. And I've heard you guys have one in your town as well, just outside your village.
Yes.
We arrived there. We were being chased or tracked down by these men. Their leader is...
I'm sorry, you arrived there. What's that mean?
We, in our
Slowly.
in our hometown, there's a place called the Journey Stone, and I I went there with my fellow party mates.
Companions.
Yes. And we, why am I like nervous?
I don't know. You tell me. Why are you nervous? Keep stirring.
I sound like a smoke. We made it to this journey. We made it to this journey stone, but we were being. It's a long story. We were being chased by these men. Their leader is Sparlai.
Sparlai?
You haven't heard the name?
Well, no, of course I've heard. Everybody knows who Sparlai is. Why is he chasing you?
Ask her Sparlai.
Yeah. May you?
Stir the pot.
What is she doing? Like what?
She's grinding herbs.
Sorry. Okay. May you tell me who Sparlai is?
I may.
Can you please tell me who Sparlai is?
But first, I find it troublesome that you might be Sparlai's enemy. Sparlai is a great ally of the Hollows.
Oh dear.
Yes,
Um,
we are on this one.
I guess I can't say for sure I'm his enemy, but some of his men aren't too fond of me.
Have you done some crime?
No. Have we?
No.
Come back and Arkham.
No.
Can I like?
No crime. No crime that I am aware of. That I feel is crime.
Well, that you feel is a crime.
I've just done what I've needed to do to get. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Okay.
No, I don't believe I. Oh my goodness. Save.
Why don't we go to the part where you tell me how I might be able to help you? Are you in need of healing?
No. I'm just wondering.
I'll stir that. Give me that back.
Sorry. We came to this village through a portal from the Journey Stone. And everyone I've asked, they have no idea what I'm talking about and they think I'm crazy, which I understand, but I know that it happened. And a girl, Delia, I believe, recommended I spoke to you. Recommended I spoke to you. Recommended I speak
You wouldn't
to
say
you.
recommend I speak to you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, recommended that I should speak with you.
Well, I'll talk to Delia about that. I'm going to tell you right now, my suggestion is that talk of going through the Journey Stone should definitely be kept to yourself, especially if the Rust Brother is nearby, for he will burn you at the stake. The Journey Stones were a manufacture of the god Worm. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
Yes, and they are incredibly ancient. And in my time, I have never heard of anybody using them. They require a special device to activate them. I don't know what it is exactly.
We had.
I don't want to know.
Wait, do we still have that?
Yeah.
You do.
Okay.
Although it is the stone, which was kind of like a pearlescent white, has turned gray.
Oh no.
Like it died.
Like it's been used.
You don't know? Anyhow.
So I take it Worm was a druid?
No,
He's
Worm
a
was
snake.
not.
He's a snake, right?
Worm is all wisdom. And his followers, some of his followers were druids, yes. It's just as some of Raven's followers are druids, yes. So you're saying you came through the portal?
Yes.
I'm sorry. And what did you want from me?
Well,
Now as she's talking, there is some wisdom that she seems to have.
right. I'm just trying to understand the situation. Like, do you know anything about these portals being used and how we got to this land? Like, can we go back? Like, what's happened to the past?
I don't know where you're from exactly. But what I do know is that in this world, all things come with a cost. Yes?
She's saying you have to pay for the cock.
Oh, yes.
Is it the same where you're from?
Yes.
Very well. Can I help you? Perhaps. But I know you can help me.
To answer my question, what would you take?
To tell you where you must, or what you should do next, I ask you to solve the riddle of why the dead come every night.
Can I bring up something?
Sure.
This is in the talking to the lady.
Oh, so to her, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting that you bring up the dead because in my hometown where I'm from, we had an encounter with them as well. There were only 2, and I'm not sure if there was any more. But we were in this stone place, and there were 2 of them very chill. Like you felt a chill when you looked at them.
So she laughs a bit, and this is the only time that you've encountered the dead walking the land.
Yes.
I wish to go to where you come from.
Yes. But I'm assuming they're the same thing.
I am no magician, but what I can tell you is this. Some evil animates these creatures and sends them against our wall every night. Something prevents them from entering the village. But one day that something might go away. And if they do, they will lend slaughter to everybody within these walls. So, are they something you see every day? No, they are not. But at the same time, we are seeing them every night. And from this curse, we need some relief. If your friends are who you say you are, mayhap you can help us. I know the guard is too afraid to investigate. And those people who dwell nearby know little or have perished.
Right. Well, I will help you in exchange for your wisdom.
I will find the wisdom that you seek. But, and she leans forward, this has to be crystal clear. You cannot speak to the Rust Brother. Do not tell him this, and for anybody who believes in the Rust Brother, do not tell them, for it will be the end of your days.
Okay.
And these Rust Brothers are kind of dicks.
Okay, so it's almost like the Rust Brothers obviously, well, they might know about all of this, and they don't want people to understand that there's other worlds they could escape to. But how did we end up in our world? Are we all originally from here? Then we just
Good question. All right, so your story is done.
Okay.
Done. Yes. All right, you're going to try and gamble.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nice. Okay, how much are you betting?
What am I playing?
What do you want to play?
I want to play a dice game.
Okay, dice? Or do you want to play the game where you have a hand and you kind of...
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that's a gamble.
Yeah, it's 4 fingers. Makes it easier though.
All my fingers.
All right, how much do you want to bet?
Who am I playing with?
So eventually, sort of the more surly goblin leaves, and his younger companion comes up and says, "Hey, brother, I understand you're interested in a game of chance. Mayhap we could play together. The dwarves yonder, they're terrible at dice. I'm sure we could make bank upon them." You think maybe he's suggesting some sort of criminality?
Yeah, I'm thinking cheating here.
He's gonna stab you in the back and take your money in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of goblins.
Be like,
Although,
No.
I make my own.
The goblins aren't
Yeah.
necessarily cheats.
Yeah.
Some of the best tinkers and peddlers are goblins.
yeah,
So, what do you think?
sure.
Excellent. Let me give you a small signal here. And he begins working out, some way that you guys could cheat together.
Oh Lord.
So Heavy, I'm not part of this. I feel like he's gonna get thrown out into the.
I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble.
So you,
Apparently, goblins have a bad reputation in this.
yeah, you
I
shouldn't
wonder
let that.
why.
You shouldn't fall into that stuff. Whatever. Anyway, we're not here.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Dwarves are easy marks. Always talking about building the castle to the sky. Never looking at the dice right in front of them.
Is that like Castle of the Sky?
The bridge to the moon.
Yeah, their god Huge has demanded that
Huge. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I have another god to it now.
Hoogie!
that's spelled Huge.
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 Okay.
Huge.
Huge. Okay, and what does he do?
Yeah.
He demanded that they are the children of the earth, and he demanded that he wishes for them to work in the forge of the heavens, aka the sun. So he has demanded that the dwarves build a bridge to the sun so that they might work that forge. They have tried twice, and both times have failed. Those monuments apparently appear somewhere in the world.
And work what? And work as children of the sun?
To work in the forge of the heavens.
And to work in the forge of the sun.
How many kilometers is it to the outer atmosphere?
Apparently it's a lot of stone, because what dwarves do is they hoard building materials inside of their strongholds in an effort. And then what they'll do is periodically they will get together as a gigantic group of dwarves and start building. They're like carpenter ants.
So they're like the goblins, except they work together and with building, not
Yes.
gold.
My mans don't understand how to 90 yet.
You're what now?
Triple rampant.
Okay, so you are... Yeah. They've reached the sky limit. That's the problem.
When you're running and then you forget to place a ramp and you fall.
Oh, another dwarf. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is your pride?
Chasing gold.
Okay. So that might come into play here. So, how much money do you wager?
Gold.
Let's start out with 2 silver.
Okay. It's not starting off with 2 silver. What occurs is when we roll dice, it's going to be you playing for a while.
2 silver.
2 silver. Okay. So, no. Just put it to the side. Okay. Now we're going to roll some dice.
Alright.
Now,
Let's be nice to
are
me.
you being honest?
I'm being honest.
Okay. However, your goblin companion is not being honest.
Oh.
Okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to roll dice. Okay? I'm going to roll 4 dice. Actually, what we're going to do is, Blaine, you're going to be one of the other dwarves at the table. Brandon, you're going to be one of the other dwarves at the table. Each of you is going to roll... Actually, Leanna, you'll be the... I won't roll at all. So you're going to be the other dwarf. So you're going to each roll 4 dice. Okay? Since it's honest, this is just a straight game of chance to see who does the best. We're going to roll those dice. Okay? You're allowed to push. 1s count against 6s.
Okay.
Okay? So, if we need to push, then we'll do that.
Wait, can I actually win money in this, or do I just...
You can't, no, but he can.
Okay, so...
Okay? Now, because your friend is helping with sleight of hand, you'll get an extra dice.
25.
Yes. However, it's going to be a different color. And if that dice come up as a 1, you're caught cheating.
Does he have to use that die?
Yeah? He already agreed to the goblin.
But only on a 1.
Yes.
But... Oh, yeah.
Okay, are we rolling this?
Yeah, let's do it!
I don't know what I'm supposed to get.
Okay. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna push.
Okay.
I got nothing.
I got 3 5s.
Okay, so 3 5s.
I got
Oh.
2, 3, 3, 4.
Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we are trying to get... This is actually the best poker hand. So you got 3 of a kind.
Oh. Oh, I see how this works.
I got 2 of a kind.
What's that?
I'm bad at poker.
Okay, so you got nothing.
I got 2.
So you can re-roll as many dice as you want to re-roll in order to get... Right, so basically what we want is you want pairs, you want the same number, or you want runs. Okay? So,
Runs
Like
with
Yahtzee.
space, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like 2, 3, 4,
It's
5,
pretty
6.
much like Yahtzee.
I'm gonna re-roll this one.
Okay.
Can I reroll?
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you have to keep ones?
What's that?
Do you have to keep
Nope.
ones?
You don't want to win.
How many times can you re-roll?
Just
I
once.
don't want to win.
Not really.
Bruh. Oh, wait. Oh.
He's
1,
trying
2, 3,
to.
4.
Oh, there
We're
you
the
go.
dwarves
That's
that
a
he's
straight.
playing
Okay.
against.
Okay, so you're just re-rolling the 1 dice.
6.
Okay, so that's 3 of a kind. Okay, what'd you get?
I haven't rolled these two yet. I got
2 pairs.
2
okay,
pairs.
so her 3 of a kind is going to beat your 2
Are
pairs.
you going to re-roll?
Just reroll everything.
Absolutely.
Alright.
You could try to roll for a 4.
Too late.
4. That was a 4.
Pair.
Pair of 6s. Okay, so lose. 3 of a kind. What?
3 of a
Straight
kind.
wins.
Straight
win?
always wins.
Straight
wins.
wins.
Over 3 of a kind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I have the sleight of hand boil.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you will add an extra 2 coins to your money. Congratulations.
Good job.
Let's keep her going.
No, you're done.
Aww.
That was not one roll. That was
That
The
was
whole
like
game?
one action. You
Yes.
only got one action.
that's right.
Whole game? Okay.
Okay,
Good
so
job.
you spent some time in honest gaming.
Winky
Okay,
face.
yeah, you'll owe one of those to your goblin companion though. There you go.
You should have did a gold.
Oh, ooh,
Okay.
risky business.
Yeah. Okay, and so you guys walk away. He says, "Oh, no luck for me. But hey, good luck for you, huh?" Okay, fair enough. And you guys meet at the inn.
Okay. Welcome.
So we share all of our information that we've gathered.
Yeah, so it's assumed that unless you keep it a
Okay.
secret.
So y'all.
Do I need to believe in the Rust Lord? Because I'm just kidding.
Because if you do, you're
I can't
a
tell
goner.
you. Just kidding. We've all been through it.
So lame. How does getting hanged over a fire sound?
Why do you always think me? I don't like the wrestler. I like this worm dude. He seems to be my partay.
Okay, so this is, I have a description of the Dead Man's Hand, which is the name of the inn. So as you walk
Yes.
in, okay, as you walk, the inn itself is actually, there's actually a big iron hand, which seems to have been severed at the wrist, okay, and it's set upon a what do you call it, a sign that looks a lot like a gravestone, okay?
This is at the front.
Yes, that's the door.
Halloween.
A large two-story half-timbered building can be found at the south end of the square. Smoke is coming out of 3 chimneys on the steep thatched roof. The windows' shutters are open, and a warm light shines out. Above the double door is a sign, which I just described to you. From inside, you can smell the scent of grilled boar.
Oh, a good old hearty hen.
Okay. What's that?
I don't like boar at all.
May you describe the sign one more quick time? Like, I just...
It's a hand
Right.
upside down, apparently severed at the wrist, and it has it's on the backboard. It looks like a tombstone.
The
Okay,
hand has no armor. It's just an iron hand.
it's just iron, yeah. All right. So Olm, I think I actually have Olm. I do. All right. So you walk in. The innkeeper, as soon as you arrive, he's good afternoon or good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Dead Man's Hand. But informally, okay, so I'll make sure.
Do we know what it looks like inside?
There's more in there if you're hungry.
What's that?
Are we gonna figure out what it like? See what it looks like inside?
Well, you go inside, so I assume so.
Okay.
So inside, the building is obviously old. The lower floor is made of stone, and the walls are plastered on the inside, although the plaster is peeling in certain areas, and you can see the timber in between. The wall is hung with a variety of old paintings and tapestries, shields, etc., but all of them appear to be quite ancient in their manufacture. Okay. Oh, and they're all covered in sort of an easy layer of grime from the greasy candles that are burning in here. As you walk in, It's dark inside, okay? And so the only light comes from a few flickering candles lit about the room, although you can hear some companionable conversation going on. It looks like there's several people in here who are talking. And everybody can make a scouting check.
Scout plus whip.
Oh my god, nothing. Can I?
Absolutely, you can always push. Remember, you have to keep the ones.
I got
What are you risking?
I'll risk
I'm gonna say fatigue.
fatigue. Yeah, maybe I just
I'm
got,
gonna risk fatigue as well. This is my action dice.
push
Can we
these
roll those?
actions.
maybe I just got a bit winded from walking around.
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
I got a 1.
I got 1-6.
I'm exhausted, man.
Okay, so and how many ones?
Just 1-1.
1-1.
But
Okay.
this one doesn't count because it's a skill.
Yep, that's a skill die. Yep. How about yourself? You got 1-6,
1-1.
and you got
2 successes.
2 6s. Okay, so what happens is, and you got nothing. Okay, so
I get 2.
2 willpower, and you are now.
I'm pooped.
Okay, fair enough. And I get a couple of these for me because of your ones. Thank you.
Does that do anything to his like agility or strength? Or
Agility's -1.
But I'm going to bed, so.
Okay, well, not yet. You're not. You have an entire evening at the inn. Okay.
Wait to strength.
All right. So what those successes means are, I'm going to give you the basic layout. Okay. Every success that you have allows you to ask a question during tonight's carousing at the inn.
Ooh,
I'm so
I've made a
excited.
list of questions to ask
Excellent. And you ask me, the GM, not so it's something that you notice. Okay.
about the inn
Or,
or just around town today.
yes. Okay. Maybe you
Oh.
overhear something or whatever. Okay. So. That's quite a sheet.
You were, oh, there they are.
Yes. That.
So a couple things. As you walk in, the inn is not crowded with people, but there are a number of people in here all consuming food. That's the first thing. Secondly, at the table in the far corner, you see a man. There's a candle at his table, and he's wearing sort of that. It's sort of a. When you first see it, you become a bit. What sort of word I'm after? You freeze almost for like you pause because he's what's that?
Petrified.
He has what's that? He has like the orangey robe, which is stained with stains of rust, and then sitting on the table
Oh no.
is a mask which is covered in rust.
So it's okay. So we have the rust man here.
The Rust Brother, yes. He is tall and thin. His cheekbones almost project out from his face. He looks almost cadaverous, as if he's died. Okay? Yeah, and he also, like, there's something off about his face. You know, like, one eye seems a little bit larger than the other. His jaw seems slightly unset.
Is this what they do with all like the deformed babies?
You don't know? And around his neck, he wears a heavy necklace of orange gems. Okay? So you see him as you walk in. You kind of see him and like, why is he at the end? Anyhow, the innkeeper, however, when you see him, he says, my friends, and he kind of interjects himself between you and the Rust Brother. Okay?
From our previous knowledge of our world, do we know that Rust Brothers, they don't like taking their mask off?
They always no. They don't wear it all the time, but they have to take it off to eat and everything else, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't like looking at it because
Yeah,
it's
they
ugly.
take it off because underneath, a lot of the Rust Brothers, they have deformities. Right? Anyhow, he says, my friends, no, please, over here. A table for new friends. As you're walking in, Willow says, I only have a few shards of... Oh, no, she has the gold pieces you gave her.
Yeah.
What am I talking
Because
about?
Yeah,
see,
I was
you
saying
gave her
like,
back
we
the
gave
money.
her back like 4 gold.
she should
That's
have
right.
she
3
should have
gold.
3
Yeah.
because Brandon kept his.
That's right.
No,
I keep
I
thinking
don't
she
care.
didn't have any money because I'm only remembering Brandon not giving back the money.
Oh,
So-
yeah, we gave her 3 gold.
And he says, sit. You are here for... He leaves it lingering.
A place to stay.
Place to stay. You 5 are together?
Yes.
Good. For 2 thin coppers, you may sleep in the dormitory. I will warn you, though, there are a couple of others, one of them being an orc who snores quite loudly.
Can I upgrade that?
I also have 2 rooms, which have 2 beds each, which you may have for 5 coppers per head, or a silver for the room.
We can do that. We can each pitch in to share the room because there's 2 beds.
It's 4 of you, 5 of you.
I'll sleep in the room.
Okay. With
Okay.
your big magic sack.
I'll sleep in the room.
Wait, that's 2.
Wait, which room is this?
Okay, so the dormitory is 2 copper pieces with
Okay.
a snoring orc. Or if you want to sleep in a private room, it's going to be 5 silver pieces, 5 copper pieces.
I
I'm
just-
going to the dormitory.
I'm gonna do
I'm-
5.
Am I the only one who wants to sleep in a
Wait,
No,
it's
I'm
five.
doing the nice
Yeah,
one.
I want to stay in the nice
Wait,
room
it's 5
too.
copper?
5 copper for the
Oh,
Per
it's
room or
silver.
per head?
Sorry.
yeah, 5 copper per head.
Okay, do you want me to just pay? It's 10 copper per silver, right?
Yes.
I'm
I can
gonna
just say-
exchange. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
So we're gonna get a room because there's 2 beds in there.
Okay, sounds
So-
good.
And
Okay.
Willow,
Willow turns to you and says, "You'll share a room? I prefer not to sleep in the dormitory."
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, the person beside you. Yes.
So you 5 copper head, so.
Yeah. So
would give 5.
yeah, so you want to give him 5 back?
Yeah.
She
gosh,
does not
you can.
offer to pay for you.
Thanks. I'm gonna trade this in for 10 and just give you 5 because
I don't. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't have a lot of
I'm gonna
money
take
anyway, so
10
it won't make much of a difference.
Okay. All right. So you pay him for the money, and he says, "Well, why don't you take your weapons and gear up there, and then come back down and enjoy the evening's festivities."
I'm kind of beat.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I still need the stats and my heal rate for the axe.
Do you? Right now, you need them.
Not right now. It's just
Very
trying to
instant.
remember.
He's gonna
Yeah.
obviously get in a fist fight and
Yeah,
start nailing people with his
Okay.
hatchet.
So what but he is obviously saying that he'd prefer if you and your weapons went upstairs and the weapons didn't come back down.
Sure.
Me as well.
Well,
You can stand there.
you can stay up there if you wish, if you don't want to come back down.
I want to come back down.
No, I mean like my weapons as well. He wants them upstairs as well.
He wants them not in the common room.
He wants it to be a safe environment.
Well, can I put my weapons in like one of your?
Yeah, you guys can put everything in our room so nobody tries to steal them from
Okay, sounds good.
the
Yeah, we'll watch.
Orbitorium.
Does he give us like a key or something for a room?
For the rooms, yes. So the rooms themselves are the horns, the antlers, and the horns and the antlers.
Those are what?
Those are the 2 rooms. You have the horns, they have the antlers. And if you go upstairs, you actually see like a little symbol of the antlers on the door.
Like we're in a penthouse.
Yeah, well, no, they don't do numbers on the doors.
They don't have number. Oh,
No,
so they're
they
like
name them.
symbolic,
Yes,
like Egyptian stuff.
correct.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you go upstairs, drop off your equipment. Yes.
Yeah.
Your new axe and staff and stuff like that. Yeah, Willow's like, I'm done in. I'm gonna rest if that's okay. Precinder, the key. Is it best that you held on to it, or should I?
She holds on to it.
Okay. So she takes it back from you. Okay. So you're staying upstairs?
No,
Or you're gonna
no.
go
I
back-
just put my stuff upstairs.
Okay,
Which
right.
key? The key to the hotel room or the key to the journey stone?
Key to the journey stone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So she takes back from you, and she's actually going to turn in. Okay. So the 4 of you reconvene downstairs. There is a wash basin in each of the private rooms. There is a communal wash bucket
Enjoy your bucket.
in your room. You're not the first one here.
Living
The
the high
towel is
life
damp.
down there. You can come use our wash basin if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, so you head downstairs afterwards and join. When you arrive downstairs, there is a half elf who's actually playing the flute near the fireplace. Okay.
Where's the fireplace located?
Well, there are 3 chimneys.
Wherever you want it to be.
Okay. So you see the shape of the building, right? It's actually like this is the building right here. Yeah, do you pointed up to the beater?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so it's actually shaped like a C, right? Yeah.
So there's one fireplace here.
Yeah, so the fireplace would be there'd be one at either end of the inn.
Of the big
and-
end?
Yes.
The big part? So like one here and one there?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Only one is lit.
I feel like you walk in from that
It's gonna kill
side,
me.
Yeah.
and then it's like, and then these are like all the rooms.
Yes. upstairs are the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the
One
kitchen.
And then the kitchen, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh, that's okay. I had to sneeze.
And the other one would be the stable. The one on the right-hand side would be the stable.
Cool.
And so where's
oh,
the
this
other
town's so cute.
chimney? Where would
The
that
other chimney is in the room where the kitchen is.
Okay, so we don't care about it.
Sure. Okay.
Well, you could.
So you guys head downstairs. You're at the end. There is a young woman, half elf, who begins to play the flute as you arrive.
Okay, yeah.
You think she's young? Who knows? She could be 100 because she's a half elf. Okay.
It's a girl, sir.
It is, yes. Okay.
Will we get to learn her name?
If you
We
go
should
and
go
ask
talk to
her.
her.
I want to talk to her.
Okay.
Can I talk to her?
Okay. Now, do you guys stop for food?
I'm good.
I
I
want to
just
eat.
What's that?
I'll eat.
Okay. So when it comes to meals, you kind of have a choice between something basic or something big and hearty.
I'll have something big and hearty.
Big and hearty is going to cost you a silver piece. That includes pretty much all the wine you can drink with it, but it also includes like ribs and potatoes and like all of the dressings, turnips and honey sauce.
Ooh.
Right?
Does this give me any special
What's that?
abilities
full.
for the next day? Like I'm full and stuff.
Okay, so how it actually works is there's two ways that it works. Okay, way number one is if you are coming back and you are weary or something like that, it allows you to roll to recover. Okay. Secondly, is if you have something like if you have like a personal habit like I like living large or something like that, what I would do is I'd give you a morale bonus for your next test. Okay.
Do I like living large?
Do you do you like good food? No, you don't have to have it written down. What you have to do is you have to tell me it's like my character really likes good food. But you can't. But you can't then say my character also likes really good music, and my character likes really nice clothing, and right. It has to be something.
I'm gonna go with food since I personally connect with food.
Okay.
So I feel like my character
I personally connect
should
with
connect
food.
with food
Hello.
as well.
Personally, food
My name is Lane.
my wife.
Yes.
You're going to be my food for today. Okay. So if that's the case, then you get a morale dice. Okay, so that's basically bonus dice to use while you're at the inn tonight.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. So then I can maybe ask another question.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So you are at the end. This is going to be our last scene for tonight, and then we'll call it, and then we'll decide what you guys are going to do next time. Okay. Yeah. So you don't eat. Do you eat?
No. Kind of like maybe I'll just eat the stuff from my bag.
You can. It's hardtack and rations, and you're smelling like all of that.
My ribs.
It's like food, so good.
Yeah, I'm low on money.
So am I.
Sometimes
Half of that spent.
Yeah. This is all gonna go away once the army's ready.
So he's calculating how many days of food he has. Okay, so you, so here's the problem. You have to spend some money to be in the common room.
Okay, so I guess I will.
I'm gonna give him a silver.
What's that?
I'm gonna give him a silver to buy himself some food.
Can you give
Okay.
me?
Okay.
Ew.
I guess you just one dig, right?
Sure.
He's like sharing the tab.
You've given away all the money you
Are you
won.
generous?
Yeah.
But
Really?
you pursue gold?
Because
What?
you take everything I catch.
And you
Eat
also
everything.
take all the goods right when we get them.
Okay, now they're eating a big meal.
Just
How
kidding,
about
I love
you?
Jay.
Are you eating a big meal or a baby meal?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
He just spent a
So
silver.
your
Okay.
cost for the night is going to be a flagon of ale or beer, or cider, up to you.
Beer.
With a meal is going to cost you 5 copper pieces. Okay. So you all tuck in to eat whatever meal it is that you have. Okay. You don't eat anything. It's going to cost you a couple of copper pieces.
Is
You
it
have
Jay
to drink something.
I thought Jay was staying.
What's that?
I thought Jay was
no,
gonna
he
go
came
lie
back
down.
downstairs.
Oh.
Oh yeah, sure. 2?
But you've already eaten today. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. So as you're consuming food, like I said, there are several people here. There's the bard who is playing. Her companion, by the way, seems to be a fairly relaxed-looking orc who is by the fire as well. In front of him, you see that he has 3 empty mugs. Okay, and when the bartender comes to try to take them, he's like, Okay, he waves them off as he drains another one and puts it there sort of in like a little pattern on the table. Okay? There seems to be some local commoners who are just sort of reviewing. There is another man who's sort of at the back. He's a little bit larger. Okay? He obviously exudes wealth of some sort. There is Nessa, who is the smith, and Precinder would point that out to you. And then finally there is the Rust brother, who is strangely all by himself.
How strange.
Yeah.
Should I go talk to him? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys do?
I think,
Wait, sorry. Who's Rust again?
Oh, I have it right here. Rust represents power in iron. He is married to Heme, who represents life and death, also known as wood. And they together are just like...
They're a single religion.
Yeah. And
They're
they don't...
gods.
They're like communism. They don't like people to other... They like everyone under their control. It's a cult.
Yes. So what you know about Rust is the Rust brothers, during the Blood Plague, were the only people who could convey people safely from town to town, which is why they're so powerful.
And that was the mist, right?
Yes.
So they're the only ones that can walk through the mist.
Yes.
what do you think would happen if I went and sat down with him?
You don't know. Rust brothers are just that. They're people, right? So
Yeah.
who knows exactly how friendly or not friendly he is.
I think we're gonna have some excitement, and I'm gonna go sit with him.
Okay.
Well, try to. I'll ask. May I sit?
All right. Okay, so you walk over to him. As you walk over to him, you recognize that although he seems to be relatively skinny, he's big. Like, he's broad. Okay? And the robes actually sit upon a frame which looks to be relatively massive. His eyes sort of alight upon you as you're approaching, and they are almost like twin pools of darkness. Okay?
Hi. No, I'm kidding.
And you sit down at the table. He's maybe 40 or so. He's scarred. As you get closer, you can see like the rash on his face, old pock marks, etc., etc. And he stares at you. Little sister.
That's your cue.
Have you found the wrong table?
I came here with an intention of sitting here. So no.
Okay. May I offer you a drink? Do you share the faith of Rust?
Do you lie like a rug?
No. I haven't fully educated myself on that, so
Canadian politics.
I am going to not.
Canadian politics, that's awesome. Okay. So are you trying to talk around the point?
Or may
Or
I have.
I'm not new here. Oh no. May you enlighten me on this, Rust Lord.
okay. I'll have you make an insight roll, please. So that's
Wits.
wits plus insight.
Insight I don't have. I need to get a point for that.
You have insight? Nice.
1 success.
All right. There is something fleeting that crosses his face. Well, perhaps you could educate me on Rust. And the look that crosses his face is depression. No, not depression. Disappointment, disgust. You're not exactly sure. Not the look that you thought. Like, you're kind of expecting, some sort of religious fervor. It's like, oh yes, of course. But instead, it's like there's that moment where you're like, he really doesn't want to talk about this. Okay. Yes, of course. The faith of Rust is eternal, like iron itself. And then he launches into a spiel about, the teachings of Rust.
Okay.
Okay.
Does any of them happen to mean anything
Do I learn anything new?
that we haven't known before?
What would you like to have known? So
Wait,
What-
sorry. We know that he has this wife. They're like a religion. They have followers that are like Rust. The Rust brothers can go into the mist.
Yes.
Um.
Can I give her a suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
You ask him why. Oh. No, actually, don't do that. Just kidding. That's a bad,
Oh, no, that was
that's
bad.
a really bad idea.
No, what was it though?
About the stones going wait, but if
You
they said
don't-
if they talk
No,
about
Don't
it,
talk to
If
him
you
about
talk about it,
worms.
he's gonna
Do not
kill
talk.
me.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about anything.
yeah. Sorry, I'm like that's why I'm like click nope.
Ask him about his views, like how the village views him.
Well, can I like possibly like keep him in conversation? Like
could-
ask him about the mist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the mist and the undead.
Like get
around
him
this
talking about.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So when you talk about the mist, is that your question?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many questions did you get?
Is it just every 6?
You remember when you rolled at the very beginning? We rolled the dice for like this was
Scouting around.
scouting around.
Do you remember how many questions did you get? I think you got 2.
Oh, I
you
don't
got
know if I
none.
rolled
I
for
think you
that.
got. I think you got 1. I think you did.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
you
you got one as well.
I got.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay, so what happens is that scouting question allows you to ask questions, like to me, okay, of anything. So when you talk to him about, here's some suggestions. If you want.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out.
Go ahead.
Do you?
But remember, you're not asking him. You're asking me as a GM.
Right.
This is you piecing things together from conversation.
Right. Does he like know anything about the dead, like that surround the gates, like why they're here? My voice is going away.
Okay, so the answer is yes and no. Okay, the Rust brothers are. It's rumored that the dead that they practice necromancy.
Necromancy is where you can talk to someone.
Spirits.
Not only that, you can
Summon them.
summon them.
Okay.
Or
So
control
the Rust
them.
brothers summon.
No,
is practice.
they practice necromancy.
The Rust brothers do.
Yes.
So-
So the first question is, so they practice necromancy, so meaning that theoretically a Rust brother who has the right training could do this, but not on this scale. And are they responsible for what's happening outside the walls? No, they're not.
But
But
like, so they don't know anything about it,
no, he doesn't. He's the only Rust brother in town.
and he's just as confused.
Confused.
Well, not confused, but he's just.
You would
as,
say disinterested, right? That's kind of the tone you get from most of it. Tell me about Rust. Oh, very well, right? It's like, do you like the beer? It is by Rust's law that I consume one beverage such as this daily, and here I am. Right?
So why do you follow Rust?
Do wish. You trying to get a real answer out of him, or are you trying to get the religious answer?
Real answer.
Okay, then you're needing to manipulate.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you here that failures will count towards agitating him.
Okay. So it's manipulation plus empathy.
Empathy, yep.
Uh-oh.
So nothing.
Can I push?
You can, but you have to leave the 1 on the table. And that complication will work towards agitating him.
Which will trigger him. Or you just leave it and...
You can still get the information, but there might be a but here, which is he's upset.
Okay, let's just leave it.
Okay? Okay, so you kind of probe around the outsides of it. He's prickly. Okay?
Don't poke the bear.
And he doesn't really want to tell you. He doesn't think that some new person in town has any real need to know what his personal feelings are. Mm-hmm. And the conversation cuts off like this. So what do you... It's like, if I wish to share my opinions, I would do so. What I wish to do now is return to my studies and then to my bed. Good night, little sister. And he stands with a sweep of the robes. He pulls his mask on, And suddenly, sort of this, deformed kind of guy disappears behind this, this mask of blackened iron tinged with rust. Okay? And he sweeps out of the room. Okay. Meanwhile.
And, sorry, you said he was a big guy. Like, how tall was he?
6.5 feet.
Okay. He's not huge.
That's
he's just
tall.
No,
Big. Well, that's my height.
6'5".
6.5 feet.
Yes.
Oh,
That's like
yeah, he's pretty
a
big.
whole.
Okay. And he's
5
broad,
inches.
like he's big.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can I ask my questions next?
Yeah, sure.
Unless Brandon, do you want to go
I don't
first?
really-
I don't have any
I
questions.
don't have any questions yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I roll my?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna talk to the flute half elf because maybe we relate on some levels.
All right.
Yeah.
Food.
Well, food and more
kidding.
because we're same
All right.
species.
Okay.
But does that dice that I get from eating special food? Can I? What is
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. It's a special dice. It's a bonus dice. You use a different color, right? And it is basically a bonus dice to do whatever you want with.
I have different colors here.
Yeah. Okay.
So
What do you want to do?
could I try to get another success?
So your goal here is to chat with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you do that? Do you approach her when she's playing? Do you wait for her
I
when
wait for her
she's
to.
stopped?
I wait for her to like take her break.
Okay.
Maybe new people come and play music or something.
All right. Okay. So for you, you wait for her to finish. Okay. Her music is gentle flute music in the background. Okay. She's not really interested in sort of livening up the crowd. Instead, it just sort of plays in the background, and you kind of get the impression that maybe she's been paid some small stipend just to provide a little bit of music to the background rather than to actually entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. When she's done, she stands up also immediately and she begins chatting in sort of a bit of a nasally voice to the orc, right? The orc by this time has piled 6 tankards and he's working on his 7th.
What's the tanker?
Big
Cup.
cup.
Oh. Okay.
Right? And how many are you planning on drinking tonight, Brax? Like that's any business of yours, Miri?
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Brax
Mary.
Miri.
and Miri.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins.
We plan to be traveling tomorrow. You know that, right? I'm sorry. You're older than me. Does make you my mother.
Get annihilated.
So she has like somewhat of humor. So she has a bit of humor, I guess.
Yeah.
So okay, so she's not like a witch or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna wait 1 minute.
I'll be looking back at Lane's notes.
Okay, can I offer after the orc leaves, can I offer
Orc doesn't leave. He sits there.
okay, well, can I offer them both a drink? If their drinks are empty.
So
The orc like, yeah.
the flautist is like, and the orc says, of course, my friend, sit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. He's got like the overbite with the tusks coming up, right? His
That's-
skin is like sort of a dark gray.
Do I have to pay for the drinks?
Yeah.
How much?
So a tankard is 2 copper pieces.
So 4 for the 2 of them.
Well,
And
6 for the
what-
3 of you. You wouldn't let them drink by themselves.
I don't like beer.
Okay, cider.
Cider? Okay. And wait, and the lady wanted some too?
Oh, of course.
Okay, I don't mind.
Okay.
Trust me, it goes well with my story.
So so you motion them over. Brax takes a drink.
I hope he wasn't expecting more.
And he kind of smiles at you. Miri's like,
Embarrassed.
"Hi, I'm Miri. This tub of lard over here is my traveling companion, Brax.
Okay.
You're new. I didn't realize there were any Frailers here.
Okay. I'll say, yeah, I'm new in town. We're travelers like yourselves here.
I'm sorry." The orc's like, "Sorry."
Yes, you have something to say?
They're not traveling.
Oh,
But
no,
you're
no.
traveling partner. partner, meaning you guys travel.
Yep, absolutely.
Where are you guys from?
What's that? We're from Alderstone originally. Far to the west of here.
Wait 1 second.
We need to write down all these places so we
Yes.
can see if anyone else is.
Wait, it's like.
I know, right?
Holy crap.
So,
You get in like a mode. That's how I started writing all my Spanish notes because I'm like, I love taking notes.
west of...
Yeah, it's west of here.
West
Some
of here.
distance.
Okay.
And if you're not prepared to face the mists, you'll never see it.
Well,
Anyhow,
maybe
Miri,
I'll check it out.
by the way, is not the person doing the talking. Brax is.
okay, I'll be like, what about you, Madame, or Miss, or
Miri?
Miri? What about you, Miri?
What about me?
Where are you traveling from? Same as Brax?
The road is my home and has been for many years. It is the only home that I acknowledge.
Cool.
A wise woman.
A hippie.
No, maybe it sounds like it kind of sounds like she doesn't want to mention where she's from.
Yeah,
Perhaps
like
that's
bad
okay.
past.
You know, that's okay. We good, fam. So. You guys heard about how the dead comes alive?
Yes, it's that story that brought me here, as a matter of fact.
Interesting.
Now that I know it, I will carry it to other holdings.
Ooh, interesting. So, do you know why they come alive? Have you crossed the path of why they've come alive? Do you know?
Have I personally crossed the path of why they come alive? Well, why do the dead walk any time? Perhaps they are looking for a good ale. Could be. That's why I'd walk from the dead.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Especially
buddy.
if they bury me with something shitty.
Okay, buddy.
He reminds me of Drax.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, it could be anything. But if I was to take a guess from the few words that I've had, my guess is that there's some curse upon them. And some fool has broken that curse in some way.
We hear that their leaders come say, give us some. Wait.
Oh, hello, my goblin friend.
Oh, no, sorry. Oh, wait. I'm. No, this is after the GM.
Well, okay, sorry.
So they.
Sorry.
They said that the leader of the undead comes forward asking for something. Has anyone tried to talk to him?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
As a GM? Do you have a question to ask?
No.
Do you want to use one of Brandon's?
Yeah.
Can I give him a question?
Sure.
Okay, I have my question. One of them.
Yes, but they repeat the same question every night. Bring it forth, and we shall depart. Bring what forth? Bring it forth, and we shall depart.
Mother trucker.
Okay.
Me? I'm taking all
I
the
said-
notes
I
here,
said-
buddy.
I said him.
All right, so you are...
Taking
and
notes.
this mist came 7 days ago?
Yes.
Right
I still
about the
haven't asked my
time
question
when...
yet. We're still in a deep
Ooh, I've got
combo.
it.
Right about the time when
Okay.
Zavar arrived.
Who's that?
The
tavern dwarf's brother.
Which question?
Like, to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What, like, I don't know, like, did anything special happen 7 days ago other than, like, the mess?
And the dead.
And the brother.
Right.
You know what the brother who he's talking about with the brother?
The tavern dwarf's brother.
Yeah,
His name
yeah,
is
yeah,
Zavar.
like the weird
You return with the
package.
package, yeah. Apart from that, no. There doesn't appear to have anything else to have happened in town during that time. There are no special travelers or anything like that. Okay?
Okay, so can I continue my convo?
Yeah,
with them?
absolutely. Do it.
Okay, so how long have you guys been in town for?
My preference is to never spend more than 2 moons in one place. We arrived yesterday. We'll probably leave tomorrow.
Oh,
What's
so
your-
moons pass by day here.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
not
yeah.
term?
Well,
Yeah,
night.
2 nights.
I think, yeah,
Oh.
2 nights.
I'm like,
So,
Wow.
what about, so are you guys planning on heading to next? I'm just gonna get a combo here.
No,
Well,
it's
as is our way, we shall go to the front gate and we shall throw the stick. And where it lands, hence we shall go.
It's really moving. Touching. Solid, man. Solid,
Excuse
man.
me.
solid.
I just threw up my mouth a little bit there.
Yeah, well, maybe you should stop drinking.
Beery
a bit.
shoots in the glass.
And you guys should stop drinking a bit. Yeah, I didn't say that. I thought it though. I roll my eyes a bit, but
Okay.
like not enough to set any alarms off.
Is that just
Yeah.
like
Really? Okay, so have you guys been to Moronian Clanhold by any chance, or to the Journey Stone before? Hey, the dude left. He's not here anymore.
Are you sure? He's nearby.
He went home.
Yeah, but there's
But
also probably
where's his
followers of him somewhere.
And where's his home?
You said he was the only rest brother here.
Yes,
He's the only priest.
only priest. There's
Okay,
not
well
doesn't mean
then-
that there's
But
followers.
I didn't say
whisper.
anything.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about Journey Stone.
Yes, we visited the dwarves. Actually, I've learned how to. I started to learn how to sing their language of stone calling. Yeah, that was a boring piece of shit.
Their language of what?
Stone calling.
Stone
Is it like the thing that like gathers together?
No, but guys, like stone calling, like the stones, the journey stones.
Yeah, we should get a dwarf friend. Convert the dwarf.
So so what it really sounds like. So the orc says, yeah, what it really sounds like is that. You know that feeling when you've got like that big ball of phlegm in the back of your throat, you're trying to cough it up. But imagine like that for like an hour. That's about how exciting it is. Okay, it's much more delicate than that. Okay, there's much more to it. Just because you can't hear the magic doesn't mean it's not there.
I like music.
Yeah, like swallowing an airball.
Okay, so I
I
just
think,
need
I
to.
think we need to like get this orc with us.
I kind of want them to join us on our adventure.
Yeah.
This is a fight.
Build the party.
Okay, but wait. I just want to. Okay, so if they're traveling from the west, supposedly, because that's where what's his name came from.
Yep.
So they came from the west and they're heading towards the east.
Yes.
And
Well, no. What he said was they travel in random directions. So you've heard of the tale of throwing the stick. What they do is they go out into the road.
it's like
They
they're
throw the
the
stick.
map.
They throw the stick in the air, and whatever way the stick is pointing when it lands, that's the direction they go.
Wow.
Two ends to a stick.
What's that?
Are they just
Yeah,
go
Yeah.
right
So what
back?
they do is they peel the bark off of one end.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
So it's actually an old gypsy thing.
Okay, it's this one.
Romany.
Okay, well. Guys, okay, can I ask?
You can ask whatever you
Can
want.
I ask you, like, the MC?
GM?
The MC.
GM, MC?
The master. That's
Okay,
a DJ.
Whatever.
the MC is somebody who's, like,
Okay,
not friends
yes.
and likes it.
But you won't. Okay.
I know, no, I'm thinking.
I thought you had a question.
Okay, would it be worth to use this question on, like, the story of Raven and, Worm? Or would you be able to just tell us that, like, outside?
Yep, absolutely. Story of Raven and Worm is that Raven carried Worm to the new land. That's basically the story. That's how they are partners.
What's the new land?
You're in it, the Raven land. Okay? There's two stories to it. Raven is basically the god of life and things like that. And he carried knowledge to the new land in the form of Worm. How Worm tells the story is that Worm told Raven of the land and commissioned him to carry Worm to the new land. See how the difference is?
Mm-hmm.
In one case, the Raven believes that he was helping Worm. And in the other case, it was Worm who was in charge and told Raven where to go.
Okay.
So,
Okay, and, do we know what land the old land was before Ravenland?
oh yes, actually I do. That's funny you should ask that question.
Question.
Wait, is this my question that I'm asking
Mhm.
you? Okay. So then,
Are you okay with that?
yeah. And then, what is my...
Alderland.
Alderland? Alderland. Like, Alderstone?
Like Alderstone? Yes.
So, wait, Alderstone... Oh, so this little dwarf, or orc dude, like, Alderland and Alderstone's like the same place?
No.
Or are they like
Alderland was south of the mountains. Okay?
okay
And
south of the mountains where the Meridian clan hold is?
no, not farther south than that. Okay?
So those are
And so what you gain is that something happened there, some catastrophe, and everybody came north. And the people who came from Alderland to the north, they founded a new city called...
Alderstone. So it's almost like Fort Saskatchewan in Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Okay. So old.
Okay.
He's got like. Geez, it's
I
like-
know. Yeah.
It's like more notes than I have like in all my classes in total.
I don't take notes in classes.
So this is a good sign?
Yeah, actually, I do take notes in chemistry.
Okay.
'Cause-
Wow.
All right.
Squirrel.
yeah.
Anything else?
Sorry.
So can I do anything with my special die?
Absolutely. If you're trying to get information out of them, I just know what that is.
Just
so that you can ask. Right? Otherwise, they're very friendly, but they tend to slide off of topics, right? They are travelers. They don't want to express opinions on things because those opinions may or may not be popular where they are, right? And they don't like giving up too much information about traveling friends and stuff like that because who knows who's listening, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to ask something specific and you make a good manipulation roll, absolutely, they'll answer you. However, what? Did I what? But what happens is as travelers, they are wary of new friends.
Could we? What?
I know.
What?
Absolutely. I missed the S.
Jaden's,
Okay, well, I wasn't even paying attention.
Jaden's way shy.
Should we ask them to join us?
Yeah.
Should we ask them to like?
Yes.
Sorry, this is like when we have our little gossip circle.
Okay, hold on. So meanwhile,
Circle up.
Precinder is in the inn. Okay, and is he got anything planned exactly?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, should we ask them to see if they want to join us on
So
our
cool.
journey?
Can you hand me that envelope back there, please?
Which one?
Oh.
Which one? Am I reaching for?
Up.
I'm kind of blind.
Up.
This one?
Thank you.
Okay, do you guys want to invite them with us and see what they have to say?
Yeah.
Is that a yes or a no? I
Yeah.
need everyone.
Yes.
Everyone,
Yes?
just be like, meet my friends.
What about Willow? Does Willow not have a say in this?
Willow's sleeping, so she can.
Okay.
We'll tell her in the morning, and if she wants to ditch us, we'll have fun in this new
No,
land by
we
herself.
love Willow.
I know, but she
Yeah, but
Hey.
the orc's kind of cool.
and and y'all. Okay, it's like
Okay, just
we
ask.
have like an orc in our group. Like cool.
Hey,
Epic.
He might be good at fighting.
And very
Yeah.
helpful for different circumstances.
Okay, and also if we look at it like this, it's 4v1. Willow's gonna have to suck it up.
No, I know, it's fine.
Well,
She'll
Willow's
be
a very
fine.
independent person.
She'll probably just be like, I'll lead
I
us.
don't think she'll really care unless she doesn't get along with one
She'll
of
just
them.
be like,
but-
well, as long as we can get to where we need to go. So, wherever
which is
that is.
we
Which
don't
is
know yet.
where-
Anyways, but like, it's fine.
Which
So
we have in
let's
common.
just-
We don't have a place destination. They don't have a
How about
destination.
you-
So
like-
5 sessions from now, there's like 80 of you in one big group.
Yeah.
We can take on the battle.
And I will walk 500
Okay, so how about just like, let's,
Okay, so-
meet my friends. Like,
We still can
just introduce us to them.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce everyone to each
Okay.
other. So now we've all been introduced, and then Will is also sleeping. Funny how that works.
All right
When
then.
he's like talking out loud, so now they've all introduced. Miriam's like,
Okay.
I think you forgot like the thing before you speak.
What's the thing before you speak?
You do it.
I don't know what we're
Elaine's
talking
just
about.
be like, this is Talene, this is this
Oh
person."
yeah, okay. This is Talene. This is Persinder. This is Grim. We're all pretty. We're all pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. So the orc's like,
The Druid
there
also-
more than one of you? Still only see one.
Grims.
You're getting made fun of again.
You should be just like, yeah, I ate my twin brother in the womb.
Okay.
What? You ate my... What?
He's just quoting
Okay.
Riverdale again.
No, that's not from Riverdale. That's from
What's
Pitch
hilarious though,
Perfect.
you know it.
That's from Pitch Perfect. It's from Pitch Perfect, y'all.
Pitch
It was literally the new Riverdale episode.
No, actually, they were triplets.
Hello.
Anyway.
Okay, anyways, okay, so now we've all been introduced. Y'all share
We've been
more drinks
talking.
that I did not buy you. All but your own.
Y'all share drinks that I didn't pay for.
I am so broke. Anywho,
You have a big pile of silver there. Why do you think he's so rich? It's because he doesn't buy his own drinks.
I'm being kind.
I gamble.
I'm not kind. You
All right.
Richie.
Okay.
But we don't talk about it. Anyways, now we're all introduced. Be like, you know what? We have a common destination. Nowhere. Do you all want to stick around in town for? I know you guys like to move, but maybe
You talk a lot.
I know. Okay.
Shut up.
Thanks for telling me what I already know about it. We need to wait for his armor to get made because that's gonna take a bit.
Couple days, she said.
Anyway.
More like he's.
Whatever. The point is,
What is the point?
because he's just. The point is, y'all wanna travel together.
Y'all?
Should I talk?
No, you should talk. Y'all wanna hang out and travel together because I think it'd be pretty cool. And he has a lot of money to buy drinks.
Meanwhile, Miri's like,
You sound like you're gonna slide into a DM.
Yeah, I just slid into your DM.
in other words, Sandarma doesn't have any friends. And no.
Okay,
Although, in all
they get the.
Well, that's a really nice invitation. No.
Why not?
Do you talk this much on the road?
No, actually, I say really dumb stuff on the road.
Yep, not winning any
in all,
friends.
in all
Why
fairness, in all fairness, I do think it would be good to have more people in our party because the more the merrier.
Yeah, but it sounds like you guys probably make a lot of noise when you're traveling.
No.
Only me.
Yeah.
We can be.
We're honestly, we just do our thing and no one seems to care.
Do you like cats?
Also,
This is
we have a
fake.
pet cat.
I have a pet cat.
She has a pet cat who likes everyone else.
The cat actually, as the cat goes near the orc, she her back kind of rises.
Okay, well, you know what?
Thanks.
This cat's not all here. Anyway,
Are you okay?
All right.
just come with us, please. I'm desperate. These people are driving me crazy.
We're driving you crazy.
Miri's like, so you want them to drive us crazy instead? Is
No.
that the idea?
I think if you know what, stop asking questions. You should just come join us, please.
Okay, let's talk. Work out. Okay.
Just please come join us.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hit us with a manipulate roll here.
Lane.
And I want to use an extra die.
Okay, fair enough.
That from my eating.
They resist with manipulate, so she's going to do so.
Well, she didn't eat a fancy dinner, so
No, that's true.
I paid a silver for that. That's a lot of die.
Well, there's two of them, right?
No, that's her.
Oh.
Okay, I don't. Do we want the orcs? The orcs and orcs. Orcs are pretty spiffy.
And they're obviously friends and traveling companions. Probably one doesn't come without the other.
Yeah.
One success. Totally doable.
Nope.
Not that doable. We're gonna push.
Risk anger?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
that's where we're going.
I'm gonna risk triggered.
Cats come!
Okay, so you're triggered.
I'll be like, fine, be like that. And now we're gonna ask the orc.
It's like, I don't know if she's in charge.
Yeah?
She's not.
Well, you're your own person. And
Number
this is a
9,
free
please.
country.
What's that?
This is a free land, and you're your own person, so you can just
No,
make
she's
your own
paying
decision.
for me.
My goblet bread will
I will not pay for you.
Okay,
Anything so.
Lane, let's.
So they don't want to join us?
No.
Can I try again in the morning?
No.
Why not?
Oh, but wait. Oh, do you hear that?
It's Santa
That's
Claus.
what we're waiting for. So he stands up, and he heads upstairs, and he returns with a heavy scabbarded sword. Okay, Brax.
Oh.
Okay, and he says, "They're about to come. The mist comes. Let us see the dead."
I don't want to die.
And with that, Miri pretty much silently sort of packs up her thing into a wooden flute case, and stands up and walks towards the door.
I want to go see the dead.
I want to go with them because then maybe they'll like earn our trust.
Watch and be
They'll
like,
think-
and we're gonna call it there.
And we'll call it there.
Oh,
Okay.
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 No. Okay, I'm going with them next.
Yeah, me too. Can we make our decision to go with them right now
Absolutely.
before I forget what happened?
Okay, I'll write it down. We're going with them to watch
Okay.
the dead.
How you doing, buddy? Am I losing you?
As you can see, I got really really fast, around 10:50.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been the third session?
Fourth.
Session?
Fifth.
Fourth. Of Into the Ravenlands. The party has now arrived in the Ravenlands by means of the Journey Stones, and we'll continue their adventure next time when they find the dead